would like you to try and follow the rules of just saying hi and going straight into your question. That would be so appreciated. So we can try and cover as many questions as possible tonight to help all of you. Back to you, Pam, and we'll do this one more time again before we start.
Okay. There's a few hellos in the chat. I'm just going to say, hey, hello to everyone that has said hello. It's easier that way because I'm not going to run through the whole chat. Cedric's in the house. Hello, Cedric. I'm just going to have a quick run through the names here once again, just to try to catch somebody I haven't caught before and try to remember whose names I've seen. David Switzer. Hello, David. Oh, I did say hello to you, I bet. There was a whole bunch of Davids before I remember. Admira Walker. And Dr. Venencia. That was a pretty name. I like that. Aaron Frost, Francisco, I said hello to. I think I've covered most everyone. I'm not going to try to run through that list once again. I don't even know where to go. This is new. I don't know what to do next. We've done the hellos to everyone, and I think we can go ahead and start with the questions. Now, is it just all in the chat, right, Robin? Or is it hand raising?
Sorry, one more time, Pam.
Is it all in the chat questions or hand raising?
We prefer hand raisings if possible, so that Marty can then bring them forward. Okay. And they can ask their question.
Okay, so any of you founders, if you've got a question, please raise your hand and we'll get started. Why not?
Perfect. So last time, everybody welcome. This is the English version of the Founders Rapid Fire Q&A. We really appreciate you being here. We hope we can help as many of you with questions as possible. The one question please do not ask is, when are we launching? Because we do not know that answer. Anything else is fair game. And we ask you please to just say hi and go straight into your question. We appreciate the fact that many of you have been kind in saying how much you admire and appreciate us doing this. We take this as a panel and share it, and we say thank you to you for being here. So let's go, let's start, hands up, and the questions as soon as you're ready.
Yeah, while we're waiting for questions, let me start it off. All of you that are here are founding members of OnPassive, okay? We know that OnPassive is getting very, very close to the launch, and Ash is starting to release more and more products to us. And for Marty and I, some of the most exciting things that we've seen in OnPassive to date, this is a really, really big deal, are the free products of OnPassive. And as you look at the free products of OnPassive, I've been focusing on one of those products, and that product is ONET, is a social media platform. And we know that this particular platform is going to be superior to anything that's out there, whether it's Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, whatever the social media platform is, it will be superior. But OnPassive is doing some really, really unique things that will help you grow your business. Really, really simple stuff to do. As we get into ONET, we're going to be able to do that, I believe, in a couple of weeks before the hard launch, in between now and the hard launch and the soft launch. We're going to be able to start inviting people to ONET. And when you do that, as they come in, if they're not founding members of OnPassive, they're just coming in to get in a social network that is ethical, honest, and clean, doesn't sell their information to third-party individuals. As they come in and join ONET, they are coded to you. So as a founder, if you don't understand the magnitude of ONET and the free products of OnPassive, it is massive. Marty, Dan, and I, we ran some traffic, I don't know, 3, 4, 5 years ago into something we were doing, and it went viral, and we brought in 900,000 opt-ins. I believe ONET can be the same thing for everybody in OnPassive, simply by inviting 1 or 2 or 3 or 5 or 10 people in. You have to remember, when we start any marketing campaign we do, we start with one person coming in. That's it, one person. And what will happen with ONET as you look at ONET, as we're able to participate in ONET and invite people in, inviting 1 or 2 people in that invite 10, that invite 10 more, that invite 100, your team could grow to tens of thousands of people. And these are individuals that are coded to you. And as they come in and buy something from OnPassive, we get paid. And we know eventually everybody will buy something from OnPassive because the products are superior. And there's something in OnPassive for everybody. So this is a really, really big deal as we look forward to the hard launch of OnPassive and the soft launch of OnPassive. Soft launch will actually be able to start inviting people into ONET. It's a really, really big deal. If you can wrap your head around it, you're going to understand that the apples that are going to be coming into all of us, specifically you, it's going to be tremendous. So I thought I'd start with that, Robin, maybe get the ball rolling and get some questions flowing. And I'll turn it back over to you or Pam or Marty or Chris or Kevin.
Absolutely perfect, Mike. Every little bit helps to help explain and to get our founders understanding the processes now of where we're going into this next phase. Thank you so much.
You bet.
I'm working on it here. We do have a question in the chat here. And I know Alan Bourne is up for a question. He's got his hand raised, but this is a real quick one. From Bruce Gerstein, and one of you could maybe help me out here. Thank you panel for your service with all the excitement about implementation of ONET. When will it actually be appropriate for us to tell other people about it and invite people to use? And when can we actually start to use it?
I'll hit that one first and anybody can jump in. What you can start doing now to be ready when ONET is introduced to us is actually get in touch with your founders. If you have founders on your team, there's Mr. Ash Mufareh. It's a little surprise. If you have people on your team that are founders, you want them to understand what they can do with ONET. That's your first step. And then make a mental list of the individuals that you're already participating with other social media outlets, and make a list so that you can invite them over to ONET. So you can start right now, talk to your founding members about ONET, and then start making that mental list as Ash gives us ONET, and we can actually start using the platform. You'll be ready to invite these individuals in. And I believe we're going to shock Mr. Ash Mufareh by bringing in millions of individuals to ONET. And as people come into ONET, it is a way that OnPassive can touch them, reach out to them, and show them just how superior the products of OnPassive are. So that's what you can do. I hope that answered your question. Ash came on, I kind of lost my train of thought. Pam, unmute yourself.
There we go. I was trying. It didn't want to click for me.
Keep going. Keep going. Marty DeGarmo always tell me to come and crash Zoom, so I'm just listening.
Okay, we love you listening. Okay, I think Alan Bourne is our question up. If you want to unmute yourself, Alan, where'd you go?
Hello, everyone.
Oh, there you are.
I just wanted to get some clarification on the OFounder site when it's fully up and running. Is that approximately when soft launch will be starting, or will we still need some more products before we start that?
It's a phase in the process that needs to be in place before we can start the soft launch. How far after, we're not sure. When everything's ready, and how many products do we actually need to start? There's products now that are $1 billion product by themselves. That's totally up to Mr. Mufareh, but we definitely need that OFounder to be running because it's more secure, and they build it from scratch actually. So I think we'll know in the next few weeks, unless Mr. Mufareh wants to drop a bomb for any apparent reason.
Okay, thanks a lot, Marty.
Yeah, you're welcome, Alan. Key Wendell. What's happening?
What's up, everybody?
It's your turn.
How's everybody doing?
Unbelievable. Any better? I couldn't stand it.
Everybody's vertical, right?
Yeah, that's right.
I'm not having to work on anybody horizontal tonight. That's a good thing. No breathing tubes, no ventilators, man. I don't know how to act. I got a question for actually anybody. If Ash is here, I'm thinking down the road, like all of us here that I see and know have multiple accounts, and I'm thinking ahead as we select our domain names and OnPassive starts driving traffic to that. Can we forward traffic to one specific domain? I mean, let's say you've got 20 accounts and you've got, like, I'll just say keywendell.com, and then I might have key networking, marketing, something, whatever. Can I direct the traffic to one, like a combination of 10 going to one specific and build one account more so than the others, or will it be an equal spread?
Well,
You know how you can forward traffic from a URL to another URL.
right.
Has anybody thought about?
Well, I mean, I get that question a lot. I know that if you have multiple accounts, I have been telling people this, and I believe I'm right. I hope I'm right.
You know,
Is you could combine them all together and have one domain, right? I mean, it does, for me, it wouldn't, even though I have a few accounts for my children, I'm going to have one domain name and then put everything to that one account, because I can have a lot of the stuff's going to grow organically anyway. I'm not going to concentrate on trying to build 5 or 6 or 7 accounts. I'm going to let them run. The company's going to take care of that. But I'll have one domain that I probably focus on. But that's a good question. I don't know 100% how that works, but maybe if Ash can answer that, if he feels like answering a question like that,
Are you saying we can use one domain name for multiple accounts?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, because you can also take all your domain wallets and feed them into one wallet and then take out from there.
Well, yeah, I get that, but I was just wondering from a traffic standpoint on building multiple positions, you're going to have
yeah, but I don't think the company cares. I mean, it's a big rotator. I would imagine it's going key window 1, key window 2, key window 3, key window 4, key window 5. I don't think it would matter. Ask, tell me if I'm right or if I'm a flounder flopping around on the ground.
No,
Okay.
perfectly fine, brother. Yeah, you are on it. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So I don't think it matters.
So I can add on if it's okay. Can you hear me fine? I'm trying.
Very clear.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so so every account is going to have a domain name. By default, we're going to send traffic to that domain name every day. We're going to set it up organically, SEO, and every funnel that we shelf, okay, say put it, like archive it, it should have that organic traction. Some products, pages, events will be more exciting if you want to share one of your buddies, for example, or if it's a specific product, you can grab that page, and it's coded SEO, so that is likely to continue build in some prospects and visitors to your page. So it's all, we're talking about one account. So keywendell.com, if we can make that easy, or key.com, just for simplicity. So key.com every day is going to look different, but the website from yesterday is going to have a date or a unique link, and it's easily trackable. Now, so if whatever page that you have is not what you want to direct it, let's say, to one O-create some of your pages, or O-commerce. So you want to have specific information to that. Now that at your discretion in a way, okay, you can send it there. But remember, the default is the best way because it's a master. So if you don't get them on O-Tracker, you're going to catch them on Academy. You don't get them on Academy, you're going to get them on that event that we're doing it maybe, on the International Space Center, or shuttle. Okay, so something crazy. Okay, so if you get multiple shots versus if you are specifying if that prospect is not interested, let's say in O-Staff, that's it. That's all you got. So we recommend to leave it on the main domain because every day you get a different shot. Every day a different shot. One day they're just going to get tired and look at it because the odds are greater. Now, each account is going to have a domain name, again, key.com. Sometime in September, we're expecting, hopefully not after that, we're expecting the full compliance and registration of ICANN, meaning we will be able to give you a complete cPanel. We're building a cPanel, just like any of the domain registrars. So let's say GoDaddy, you'll be able to get to that domain name and manage it. You can park it on a page. You also have OTrim, and we in the OTraffic facility, because you have tracking. If you want to keep it open, meaning it's looping, it's like giving you different odds, or you want to specify one domain name, one page that you just want to emphasize traffic on it for a week, okay? You can do that. So we'll give you that feature where you can like force it on one specific page and also give it a geofencing or like time fencing. So you can specify this time to this time, okay? Or I don't, I have a O-commerce, right? So your O-commerce page has a unique URL, right? And that URL, okay, has, let's say, stuff that belongs to you, your real estate or something, and you park it all the time. So you'll be able to say, well, nobody's going to buy real estate on Christmas Day, example, or I'm going to be on a vacation. I'm going to go, places with ash or something. I'm not available. So you can define on schedule. This is something unique. We already have that in OSTAP. We have it on our tracker on multiple of our products. So if you know what I'm talking, it's going to give you full flexibility, okay, at ease. It's like very super simple, okay? So you can specify one domain or one page, and you can schedule when do you want the traffic to be pouring only on that page. I mean, it just like win, 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 win.
Thanks, Ash.
Absolutely.
What Ash just said. I couldn't do that. Oh, that's amazing. That's even, never mind. It's even bigger than I thought.
The reason I'm here is I think we got at a stage where we're very good at what we do, and we're confident. Like the confidence level in our journey is at the highest level so far. Because of the progress. Every time you have progress, you have accomplishment, you gain confidence. Okay? When you have that confidence, you have more action. Action gets you more results. And it's a cycle. So we're just like at a point where sometimes I try to hold myself not to slip into arrogancy mode. Okay? It's a fine line. Confidence, too much confidence can, be arrogant. So I try to avoid that. And the reason behind that, again, is the accomplishment of what we do. We're very good at what we do. And we got at a point, did we forget anything? Like, okay, is it totally covered? Like anything else we could do? You understand, like we're even hovering now at a stage where what else we can do? So we got it. And the list is obvious. We know it. And now we can add more. So I come up with my notepad here so I can take notes. Well, what? We can create a product. Like why I'm going to create that feature that Key Wendell want to have, you know, more flexibility. Just you want to emphasize traffic on one page instead of that. So we're at a very fortunate phase of our production where, like, give me more work, okay? What we got is just being wrapped up. Like, give me more ideas because we want it to be complete. Remember Catmo? It's complete. We don't want to miss one tiny dot. We got the power, we got the budget, we got everything, you know, in place, so we got no problem. So give us more work and ideas. Again, one of the challenges in what we do is we try to keep, not we try, we will make it or keep it simple. There's no chance. I mean, if we let technology, like if we open things as they are, everybody's just gonna get like a headache. To me, is just not. So there is a big challenge. How could you have this space shuttle, okay, and make it appear as just a beautiful portrait or just a nice image, okay, that you could enjoy, you could understand. It's very easy, simple. If you want to dig, there's a lot of mechanics behind it. We'll give you the mechanics. That's my passion. A little nerdy, but I don't mind it. So, yeah, if you got an idea, we'll do it. We got people that they're saying, okay, what else we can do?
Ash, if I could ask you something, the reason I asked that question, everybody, is because, like most of you, I do have multiple accounts, but I have promised, I've given my word to one of the curators at a museum that I support financially, and some of the gentlemen that flew with my dad. But I want to donate the proceeds or revenue or whatever from one of those accounts to a aviation museum in Hickory, North Carolina, to support that museum. So that's why I was wondering if we could designate traffic to that. And I'm sure I will lean on some of you IT guys down the path on how to best to do that. But that's why I asked that.
Very soon we're going to have the live chat and phone at some point in multiple locations, meaning different native language speakers. If you pick up the phone and if you are in India, you're likely to get either Indian or that's a good market we have. But if you pick up the phone in Colorado and talk, or North Carolina and talk to somebody, you're going to have somebody within that country, that is the United States of America. They're going to talk your language at your time zone. And we're going to have that in Arabic. We're going to have it in German, in Spanish, Portuguese, you name it. Wherever we have market, we're going to have real live people to do that. So those like uncommon cases, you're going to have a real live person. And those live people, by the way, so far, if we keep up the same standards across the other products, what we're doing right now, we're hiring more support at the moment. They're not data entry, our support. If you realize they are engineers. If we keep that, you're going to talk to an engineer, very techy, savvy, in your language, and they'll do what you need. We're not going to disappoint anyone. Okay, so we're very, again, we're very good at what we do. I get this question quite now recently. They say, "Is it easier? Are you hiring more people? You sound like you got hooked up with the right talented people, and we're fortunate with the leadership council, with the founders all across." So people say, well, is it better now? You have more time. Are you able to catch up? No, it doesn't get easier. What time is it? 10 o'clock. Espresso. Okay. 10 p.m. Okay, so that's just around the clock. Okay, so it doesn't get easier, but you get better. You get better. Okay, you gain more confidence and you get very good at it. So we're good at what we do.
Okay, I have a question in the chat box here. Oh, did you want to go ahead, Marty?
Well, I'm just gonna ask, Ash, does it look like Founder is still set for the middle of July to come on?
Yeah. It's actually being wrapped up. Like we're just doing some cosmetic and lipstick and
Beautiful,
Little fluff the
Yeah.
hair and we're good.
beautiful, beautiful.
massaging the shoulders and yeah, just ready to go. Yeah,
Exactly what I need.
it's right on time. Yeah.
Beautiful. What's the
Okay, we have a
question,
question.
Pam?
Sorry, Marty.
No, go ahead. What's the question?
Okay, Diane Lennon has a question. She says, I know it's a third party handling the money in the wallet, but I have several gift accounts I would like to keep until hard launch. Do we need the banking info in soft launch for all accounts?
No. No, where there are funds, you will give you option to transfer them to another wallet.
Okay,
Our
just-
goal is to use a wallet for that purpose, meaning you can transfer all of your funds to Chris Johnson if you wish.
That's not gonna happen.
There is no fees, no interest, no delay, no processing, nothing. It's your wallet. You should know where to hide it, where to protect it. It will generate a code that will be very complicated to come up with. And if it doesn't work, it's just not going to send it to the wrong wallet. So it's not going to use a wallet code or the transfer. It's genius, by the way. So for example, if I copy an invoice number and that invoice exists, but I made a mistake and I intended to send it to Cedric, but it goes to Pam. Okay, we're gonna have a unique invoice per order. And if you make a mistake, it's gonna generate a different one. You will not make a mistake and it's not gonna like have a similar or identical invoice number or wallet number that it goes to. It will just go to the right person or it will sit there, it will fail, you try again until it goes through.
Okay,
Amazing.
Diane, I think that should have answered your question. Okay, thank you, Ash.
Absolutely.
Shall we go ahead with our panelists with questions now, I think?
Everybody's just quiet.
Yeah,
Well,
one-
I've never
one
seen
more
this many
chat.
people that quiet before. I'm blown away.
Got one more in the chat, Pam.
Marty,
Oh.
you told me last week, I think you told me Robin has this webinar, right?
Yep.
And I think at the time I was busy, by the time I was done, and you told me, why don't you come and show up? She will freak out. Okay.
I think
And
she's
said,
freaking out right now. Okay.
and I said, yeah, we'll do it, but it has to be another day. So I've been looking, and Peter told me that it's today. I said, okay.
She did
Ash, it is a real
I owed you a session. Yeah. So.
it's a real pleasure to have you with us this evening, Ash. You didn't miss anything last week. There was technical difficulties and it didn't happen. I believe a certain CEO exhausted quite a large membership on a webinar that he was hosting prior to a webinar for guests that a certain Robin was going to be giving. So we had very few guests, in fact, nobody, and the founders were exhausted. So thank you so much for being with us this evening. The rapid fire was not intended to come at you. It was just the title that we pulled for this evening, but we do appreciate you being here and helping with some of the answers.
It's a pleasure. You give me ideas, we make a better business. Absolutely.
Thank you.
So the questions and the dialogues are, thank you, actually, Robin. That's where the good ideas come up with what happened here? That's where the good ideas come from, you know, a real raw discussion.
Thank you. Ash, you know, the reason for doing this was to try and help our founders around the world to start to wake up and realize how exciting the stage we are at now, because we are moving forward into the next phase. You have done this to help us, and people need to be aware of the few steps that they should be taking and be part of to help the process move forward more smoothly as we get to the launch. So that was the reason for having this together. And the wonderful gentlemen on the panels to begin with, Marty, Dan, Chris, Pam, Kevin, you know, we just wanted to do this to try and help everybody. So this is a bonus for us as well.
Indeed. I'll tell you what, I was just bored and lonely like Marty DeGarmo and by myself. And I said, where is a good place? And I got those O symptoms and I showed up.
Well, we're glad you did.
Thank you, Pam.
So I don't know what order everybody came in.
It doesn't matter. Narelle, I think, was there first. Narelle,
I think so.
go ahead.
Good morning from Australia. Lovely to see you all. Leadership Council, thank you. And lovely to see you, Ash. Always a pleasure. I have a couple of questions. The first one is, just going back to what Key said about domain names and things like that. I am already branded under my name, narellewalkon.com, and have been for quite a few years because I'm an author. Does it really matter? And how does the process of choosing a name, like the company, like OnPassive, choosing a name, it says it will give you a domain name, but mine is already taken. I know I can bring the hosting across to OnPassive eventually, but that name is already, my name is already taken. So then does it mean that when the company goes to choose a name, they're not going to be able to choose my name, which I'm branded by anyway? How does it then choose something else? And we talk about people getting domain names from GoDaddy. You know, people have gone in and bought domain names already. You know, is it important then to have domain names that are suitable for what you're doing? So let's make moneyonline.com, you know, I mean, that's just a in the air one. You know, just, I just don't know how that process is going to work if we're all branding ourselves by our names, and I'm already branded by my name and I sell my books online or through my website. How, you know, how different is that going to be? And I'll ask my next one after that, if somebody can answer.
I can, yeah, very simple. So we're not going to be able to give you a domain that is already taken, right? So it will suggest what's available. It's not going to suggest something that is not available. And you don't even have to rely on the suggestion. It's just typically it's going to read a few of the fields that are available through artificial intelligence. So you already told them your name is Narelle, for example. When we know that, so we make a combination, first name, first initial, last name, things like that. Okay, so make a couple. So if .com is taken, it will offer you probably .net. Then it will, if you have a business name, it's going to read it. If it reads your location or country, it little by little will give you like some options, but that's easy, and you're not stuck with it. Okay, so you can change it, you know. But again, everybody would have an O trim, and that O trim is going to give you the different URLs or the domain names, and it's going to give you also the personalized you know, private domain that belongs to you, okay, with the different shortcuts, you know. So for example, if it, the .com is taken, what about .biz? We're going to have all the different domain extensions, all top level domains, TLD, are available for us.
So it doesn't really matter then what the domain name is. It doesn't necessarily have to be associated, because the AI is going to choose a name, and you're going to select which one you like, and then you can.
So the keyword, it doesn't select for you; it suggests to you. Okay.
Suggest, sorry. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if it's suggested
you
for you,
okay it,
choose.
or if you don't like it, just type what you want. If it's available,
Okay.
it goes green. If it's not available, it'll give you what's close to it, what's next to it. .net,
Yeah.
AI.
Yeah. Okay.
Exactly the same as GoDaddy.
We're not.
That's what GoDaddy does.
We're not
Yeah,
going to give
yeah.
premium domain names. Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I realize, when you go through GoDaddy or any of those platforms to choose a domain, it gives you suggestions through quite a few different selections of business types. And, there is a lot of premiums out there for what's out there. I think what I'm trying to say is that if the company suggests something, does it really matter if the domain name doesn't really associate with what we are doing online? So if we're branded as our name, nobody knows that Narelle Walk-On is with OnPassive. Well, they do, but you know what I mean? So it's just that association, I suppose.
If you're
So
at a restaurant, the server, often will tell you, we have so and so special. Yeah, that's nice.
yeah.
But I'll eat something else.
Yeah.
They're not going to
that's
force you
fine.
to eat the special or whatever is of it. Yeah.
Yeah. So the other question quickly, because I know there's many here and I appreciate that, and I appreciate the time, is the links in the back office for inviting and things like that. And I know this has been a concern for more of us here in Australia and down under New Zealand, and that is if we use any of those to invite, which we've been unable to, because the ones that we can send people to a US webinar, which is not, it's just not going to happen. None of the people I know are going to go on a 2, 3 or 4 a.m. in the morning webinar to listen to a guest webinar to invite or team build. That's always been a concern for us. So it's been really difficult to actually send out invites. We're just sending out videos. Mike Ellis is fantastic. Thank you, Mike, for all your videos that you do. There are many others, Redfern has also presentations. In Australia, we love to hear Australian. And that's just one thing.
Can I say something, if you don't mind? How long you've been in OnPassive?
I have been in since October 10, 2020.
2020. Okay, nice. Very, very good. Okay, so I promise you something. Okay, that we're closer to the other side. Okay, not what's behind us. And I'm gonna give you a few options that would broaden your thoughts, and you would think, oh, okay, so that's not a big deal. And let me help you with this. Okay, so number one, remember what Mike was saying when I just got here? He was talking about, ONet. That's one way. But be mindful of a couple of products I want to mention to you, such as OCreate, okay, which simply you'll be able to create any funnel, like you record a video using OnPassive products and tools, okay? You record a video and put it on a page, okay, and call it what you want, and there you go. You have your own link and my link, and you can share it with your team and so forth, and that video can be available. So that's one way to look at it. The other way is look at it as the OConnect, okay? So it's going to be different events, and there will be a place in the back office of OnPassive. One of my worries is going to be, is it going to be too much, okay? That you're going to go to the calendar, your own back office calendar. You're going to look at it. The good news, it's intelligent, and it's going to tell you that first option is going to give you your country or let's say language, if it was a different language, like if it's more unique, okay, and time zone. So it's going to give you those options, what's available. So if you live in Australia, it may not refer the Greek or Italian, say, events at first. But if you change the IP address through the virtual, yeah, okay. And if you look specifically, so even the calendar, like I have seen so many calendars in live, but when we say the word, sometimes our products and our production is even better than the word itself. Because a calendar, what could you go to your mind? It's a calendar. No, it's OnPassive calendar. It is smart, it is rich, it is sophisticated, it's artificial intelligence, and it has more than just what a typical calendar has, just like Otrim, okay? So you will be able to obviously drive, I don't want to say control, but drive that force within your country or language, and those events would be more available, therefore your video. I'm going to give you one more thing. So OConnect, you do a good webinar, like you nail it. Sometimes, Mike Ellis, nails it. So Marty DeGarmo calls me or, contacts me and say, this was perfect. Can we put that on the page? So one time you nail it, not every day you're in the, desired energy or momentum. If you nail it one time, you could actually go live and play a video to the audience as it's live. You are managing that, okay? But you could literally be at the office or at the market, you run it or you let it run, let's say, 1 hour, 45 minutes, go do your stuff, come back, it's running, then you open for Q&A or something. It's gonna be more efficient in time and things like that. So as you learn more and more about the products, what they do, the simplicity of them, you're gonna have that confidence and joy of trying them, and little by little you're going to recognize the endless and limitless options you have with OnPassive. But if I come on the surface and I list everything we have, nobody will sleep tonight without the support of some sort of pills or sleep aid.
I appreciate, I think it's very exciting. I think all products are very exciting. We've used them, I've used them over the years, different ones. And just to know that there's going to be something far more superior to be able to use that actually works is important. I just wanted to say quickly that ONET is very exciting for me, being on Facebook since 2007. And I know that you're not a Facebook person. Social media is very conflicting, and there's just crazy stuff going on. But what I'm seeing right now and have seen for the last 12 months is people who are disgruntled with Facebook, the censoring and things like that. So really looking forward to sharing ONET with a lot of people, a lot of my people, and then of course their people, because there are people that are just disgruntled. They just don't have anywhere else to go right now. So ONET is very exciting for me. Thank you for
I like your point,
today.
and thank you for coming here. But I tell you what's even more exciting, okay, for you to dominate the Aussie market, because it is just wide open. And this is finally a real business that you can put your name on it, finally, okay? There's not going to be something that, and we know how much they suffered before, and I've been working with the Aussies for forever, obviously, and I know they're fun. They're open to options. Okay, they like to have a easy, simple life. They booze is one of their essential religious culture. So without having a business that runs on autopilot with simplicity, if it depends on their sober time, nothing is going to get done. So my philosophy is in business, okay, the one that you're used to, those social media or platforms you just mentioned, they have a transactional relationship. So in transactional relationships, somebody's going to give and somebody's going to gain. It's not equal. All right. What we have is a true, fair, equal opportunity, and we are true partners, and we will all win together. I don't have to win only from your loss. We can gain together. Okay. So the analogy is they have users and the other party is being used. So the used and the manipulated and the manipulator. That's the relationship. What we have here is we have user and and the user is not being in a way manipulated. Okay, the user is the winner. Okay, that's what we did. We just flipped the picture in a way. We just flipped it. Okay, so far it's been the user is mostly the victim, is like, okay, the little fish, the little guy, okay, we're gonna just milk what they have until they die and give up, and they get tired and they go to the next guy. Okay, and I know one of the people that I know in the ugly industry, I don't want to say what it is, but say the online opportunities and the gimmicks that we have probably experienced throughout our life. So one guy uh, did very good, still doing okay. I cannot stand the guy, okay? And just to be very, blunt with you. So they used to do a business, and by the time like we are having momentum, we're building their business, and he is already offering. And I said, okay, talking about the next deal for him. I said, but we're doing good here. Well, that's it. He said, they're the same people. So I want to exhaust them. This is the plan. They do this. They just change the skin, say on the website, or a different name, a different game. They come back to it. And we're just like the hamster wheel. We're just spinning, spinning, spinning. We're not going anywhere. And they control it. So they know that people like to buy. They got nowhere to go. And the exact word, he said, they love this. I don't want to say the word that stands with the crap word, okay, with SH, okay. He said they like this or they love this, okay. And he said, and they're idiots. He forgot that I was a user. That was the last call between us.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
So he would be thinking of me, I'm an idiot, I'm a user, I just love this garbage, and I'm just going to give him. And he is not going to give me time to think. He's consuming my mental energy. By the time I finish, looking around, there's nothing there. You just pay. And by the time you look, it looks just, they put the effort in one video on Fiverr, just to let you know. But they probably put $100, $200 on it. They get a video with, you probably know the bald guy with a tie. Okay, the same guy. Okay, so he will tell you, the same deal. So he is already working on the next one. They changed the script, the number, all of that. It's a different, theme. Blue and red. The next one is going to be yellow and pink. Okay.
Oh, you're muted. You're muted. Sorry, Ash, you're muted.
I'm sorry, how did that happen?
I think the word was
You're
caca you were
muted
looking
again.
for.
Are they censoring now? Like, are they?
You're talking about social media now.
Yeah, so it's interesting. How did that happen? So anyway, this is exactly how I feel like finally there is a business with value. We're not going to prepare another one. Okay, I just have the strategy to keep on adding value, no adding price or cost for the user. Okay, and perhaps we grow together. Okay. So if we take this analogy, I don't know if you can have annotation here. Would it work, or you have to have a whiteboard? Let's say one of us is the company, and one of us, just allow me with this analogy, okay? so the pencil is the user and the pen is the company. All right. We quite often see this. Okay. In leadership, you grow together and you go up together. So let's say we're the company, all right, the owners, and we have the users. So we use them, but we keep distance. We're not connected in any way. You pay me and go to hell. Forgive me for that. That's exactly the relationship we know up until now. All right. I don't care about you. I don't care if it works or not for you. I don't care if you suffer the price or not. It just like you're going to pay, stay away. That's it. I'm going to go up. So you're fueling me, I'll go up. You feel okay. This is exactly the analogy. Okay. Why not for the first time? Why not? Okay. Embrace each other. Okay. In a way, work together, right? Tightly, very close. And we both benefit. The company goes up. Remember, this is a company. Okay. Company goes up and you lift up people, customers, humanity. Together, we go together. We go together. Is it better? So I don't have to look down and they don't have to have that like gap or conflict or just like looking up. No, we can win together. So someone's success is not going to threaten the company. Just we work together. Just like I said, I'm taking ideas. You and I are partners. You give me an idea, we'll do it. So why not, instead of like taking from you, we add to the business and grow together, more values, more like income avenues, more, features, more products. Why not?
That's absolutely beautiful, Ash. That is what everybody here, I think, is so proud of, that we can grow together. So thank you very much. I appreciate your time today. I know there's many others.
Will last. It will last. Yeah,
absolutely.
It will last. It's more sustainable and it's with love, and it's not so much the profitability. If you want to play it in numbers, okay. Do you want to have 1 million people, say, with you all, connected with lower income, say 1,000, okay, whatever that number is, okay. Everybody's averaging 1,000, or you want to have 15 people averaging, gazillion, and the other, million are having 0 each.
All in together.
Yeah, yeah.
Absolutely.
We have enough wealth on the planet that is enough for each one of us and our. Listen, you know how many people lived on the planet so far? So far.
8
That's a
billion.
tough one. I'm going to make you think. Like who's tracking the dead people?
Yeah.
Ash. Okay. So 100 billion people so far. So we're roughly 8 billion so far. So 100 billion so far existed and left. Do you know 20 names of them? Just a few that they left an impact, okay? Over the last 10,000 years since Adam was the first human being on the planet. I don't know, we don't want to get there, but that's the story. 10,000 years ago, 100 billion people. So I think if we do scientific research, this planet that we're in, without even invading other planets or more resources, even if the dead people rise up again today, 100 billion, so it's going to be 107 or 108, we have enough resources for us to live in prosperity.
Absolutely.
Have you been to Texas?
I'm in
Or
Australia. I haven't left Australian shores.
or to Brazil? The cows population is like more than a human being there.
Australia is a big
The
island.
ocean. Yeah, well, look around you, the water.
Yeah.
Okay, the Pacific and the Indian Ocean. Like, come on, we got infinite resources.
Papua
We're
New
gonna be
Guinea.
okay. Yeah,
Absolutely. And it's only those up the
exactly.
top that that create fear of everybody thinking that we don't have enough, depopulation. I won't go into that, but, it's just that fear mongering all the time. So it'll be really refreshing to have something where we're all just creating together and lifting humanity up. So again, thank you.
Have you shared pizza with a family or a group or 5, 6 people ever?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, I tell you what, have you ever, like, when it gets to the last slice, everybody's looking at it and like you're saying in your brain, oh God, they're like, they're going to take it. No, it's me. It's
I'm
like,
a mother, Ash.
so
I'm a
it's
mother. You always
okay.
give up the last piece.
So, well, you're a giver, obviously a mother. Yeah, but we know what it is. Okay, so we go that. But I'm just going to explain. Why do you think that happens? Just a small analogy. Why do you think? Because of fear, I'm not going to have enough. Insecurity, I'm not going to have enough. So greed doesn't come from like, okay, we have plenty of pizza, it's enough for everybody. You get a pie, and if you're not full, you're going to get another one, and if you're not fully stuffed, we're going to give you 20 more. No problem. Okay. So if we have that mindset, nobody's going to care. It's just an analogy. Okay. But when we have, so greed doesn't come from ambition or from confidence that I can do more or replace it. It comes from fear, from not having enough, which is insecurity, low self-confidence and self-esteem.
Yeah.
So if I have the confidence, it's not going to, I know we have enough. No matter how much I eat, there's enough for you.
Absolutely.
But take that, for wealth. I'm just giving you the analogy. So that's enough for wealth too. Yeah, you and I have enough wealth on this, and you're not going to take from mine. I'm not going to take from yours. We can both equally be successful, or doesn't have to be equally. Okay. Get what you need. It's enough. It's there. I tell you what, it's not like we're going to have to invent it, by the way. Like, we don't even have to print a new Australian dollar, like not even one. The amount of money and wealth, okay, and resources and values is already there. It's just the distribution would fluctuate. Intelligent people just have they figure a good way how to get enough supply of it. Wealth. There is enough wealth for each and every one of us. No matter how much you take, I'm going to be okay. You're not going to take from my food.
No.
And we can enjoy it together. Why not?
And you're right about that. When I grew up, I was in a very poor family. My mum and dad were dairy farmers, and I was one of those children that had no shoes going to school, even in Australia. We had hand-me-downs sometimes or whatever. You just got by. But a lot of the time you got by because of love in the heart, because of that unity in the family. And I wrote something just recently, a post I put up in OnPassive Nation that says, if you're not grateful for what you have now, what makes you think that you're going to be grateful when you have more? So it's being grateful and having that heart of gratitude now for everything that you have, because when you get more, it doesn't mean that you're going to be more grateful, so it comes with a great heart of gratitude. And I know that starts with you, Ash. So I appreciate your time.
Absolutely. I'm very delighted that we are connected and we're chatting. We're having just a natural conversation.
Got hands up here. Who's next? Oh, Kathy.
I think we got.
Thank you. Hi, Ash. It's so nice to
Hey,
have
young lady. How you doing?
Good. It's really great. This is amazing. I mean, this is just unbelievable. But I think I got confused. And when we started talking, I don't know whether it was Key or you started talking about changing pages, and I got very confused as to what is, I don't even know if I can verbalize it. Is there an advantage or is there a disadvantage or a benefit to having one page more visible? Or do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, sure. So let's say you have a book, okay? You want to, is Susie McRae here? Just
No, she's not here. She's not here.
deliver the book to me today. Yeah, thank you, Susie. Okay. So let's say you have a book you want to sell, all right? and you put it on a page. It's not on OnPassive, right? Not on OnPassive like replicated pages. So you want to sell this book, okay? You put it on one of, whether it's O-commerce or Create, whatever approach you do, it's going to lead to the same thing. Now you want to sell this more, and you're fine with your OnPassive progress. You can emphasize this. However, this will be only selling this book. OnPassive is going to have like 50 shots, 100 shots.
Right.
It's going to be selling an event in, Michigan. It's going to be selling, maybe new products, okay, or the products that we have. But how many? This is one product versus many. That's the difference.
That's
But of
good.
course, you can change it. That's what I was. I just took the note and I made sure that they give us the ability to change that and to have full control of it. Okay, I do it and it's not working. I'm not stuck. I change it tomorrow.
Okay, thank
Yeah.
you.
Alice, I want to add something just to make sure I got my mind right here, because that's a full-time job. People, I think, sometimes think, well, I got to make a page. It's got to be good enough. The company's doing all of that for them. They don't have to make squat, right? I mean, you're going to have all the pages for every product. It's going to be going out, maybe 1 million different links on rotators or whatever. It's not seeing everybody's page. It's seeing the best page, and that individual's link is hooked to it. Yes? I'm dropping
Absolutely.
the mic. I'm
Oh,
dropping the
no,
mic.
you nailed it. Look, and think of it this way. Okay, we're not going to give you, again, I apologize for the same, but I will try to start like speaking a different language. But I'm going to use it one more time because, I don't have to think and be creative. Okay, we will not feed you what we don't eat.
Right.
Okay, so when we put a page, it's going to be a page that I believe it will create effective success to me. Why would I give you something that is like low quality or something? In other words, we're professionals, okay, and we're good at what we do. We're going to give you the ultimate value, unless you're superior to that, okay? Go for it.
All right. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think people get wrapped up. Well, I can't do it as well as Joe can, and Joe can't do it as well. Has nothing to do with that. You can make pages for yourself, for your book, or whatever you want to do. That's different. But getting the best page for the best product for OnPassive, OnPassive is going to take care of all that for us, all of it. You don't have to do any of it. That's the beauty of it. Got a bunch of hands up. Robin, it's your show. You don't have to hold up your hand.
Joanna's had her hand up the longest.
Yes, I'll defer. I'll let Joanna go first.
Okay. Yep, you're next. Unmute yourself. I'm not sure how to pronounce your name. Yolanda? Yeah, Yolanda.
Is it Wanda? Wanda Woodward?
Yeah, that's it.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
There you go. You're welcome.
I'm so happy to be here. I'm glad that Ash is here and I can talk to him. Marty, I've been watching you for the 2 months that I've been in OnPassive, and I'm very excited. My question has to do with how I can motivate my little small team. I think I started last month. I have about 20 in my team now. And many of them, half of them are in Ghana. Limited education, doing the best they can do, but they have an entrepreneurial spirit. Because if you don't find something to do and sell, you don't eat. And then some of my American counterparts are like me. In fact, I have a blog, 65 and Thriving, where I try to motivate, 50 plus as we enter that age where we need more money, we don't have the latest tech skills, etc. So here we have the OnPassive platform. You're building a business for us. The products are there. You're doing everything. that's great when you start out, you hear about it, the money's instantly coming. But as a conscientious individual who wants to contribute and build something or take an active part in the business, I'm curious about what it is that we could do to get the most out of OnPassive as a founder and a customer. So we don't build pages. I'm a blogger, but most my counterparts are not bloggers. So what can they do? Is it tell other people about ONET and say, oh, this, so what kind of game plan, I guess I'm asking, can I put together so that my little team, especially the niche that I have, can take a more active part in being a founder and building the foundation of customers with what's in the box? That's my question.
Good to have you and welcome aboard. And you're doing great. I mean, 20 in 2 months period, and you are speaking a leader language. You really want to make sure they are motivated and taking advantage of what we have. So there are a couple of ways I observe, like observations while you were talking. So number one, Ghana, I believe there is a challenge of internet connection. So
Yes.
it's not necessarily, so we don't know if it's a decision or just inability. Okay, they probably they don't have access. The other part is you're like just getting started. Okay, so 2 months, it takes time. And the third, people follow the leader. I think you're an amazing leader. I wouldn't take a year to decide that. I already know, and I believe anybody who was not born last night will know this. So you would, everybody, follow the leader. Okay, so you're going to be good. And the other thing is when value is more delivered and it impacts them directly, you're not going to tell them. It just how hungry they are, they will go for it. And I don't believe in motivation. I mean, I feel it's like temporary. I feel it's artificial, and I feel it's not the real thing. The real motive for people is when it touches them, impacts them, like when they get real results. Okay, that just you don't have to say much. So that's one. The other part is. When they see the impact, the actual usage of the products and the return, the revenue, and when it's the talk of the market, there's no way to run. So I believe it's going to be an organic process, though it takes time. Okay, as a good leader, it's not microwavable. You have to marinate it and let it
simmer.
Yeah, exactly. Simmer and take time, okay? But you're good, like you're aware of that, and uh, I don't think you need guidance. You already know, but it's not mechanical. It's already clear to you. It's only a matter of time. You're on the right track, and there's no secret. There's nothing. We're just going to pile the value that they have nowhere to go.
Okay, well, that's good to hear. I was speaking to one of my on my team in Ghana today, and I was surprised. They asked me, how do you know this? Of course, I've been, eating the videos and, scouring for information, even as far back as early or late 2019. And I was talking to Abigail, and I asked her, her husband, he purchased his own foundership. I purchased one for her, but we haven't told the husband because, the culture is a bit different. And so her husband originally she said to him, aren't you going to tell your brother about this so that And he said, no, he didn't want to tell anybody about it. So initially we thought it was because, you know, we don't know if it's real or not. So we don't want to share it. But she was continually to devour the information because I said, you know, go here. I'm sending you this link, watch this video, this and that. So today we had a conversation and she was able to talk about not only what OnPassive is doing, she even defended the slander that's going on in YouTube for you. I was like shocked. She was like going, how could they blah, 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 blah. And she speaks about it when there's a meeting in the home about that it's time for the Monday or Tuesday meeting. I'm going to do this and it's going to talk about that. And the husband is saying, you're becoming very outspoken about this. Like, you know, you're really excited about this thing. Is your mother telling you to do that? You know, why are you doing that? She said, my mother told me to watch it. So I'm watching it. So now he has moved on and now he's sharing it with his family.
Yeah.
So
do you believe, let me ask you. Yeah, let me ask you. I'm going to be with the question. Okay. So it'll be like time wise. Do you believe, okay, in your group of 20 plus yourself, do you believe you all have the same motive equally?
Yes.
Equally? Like, don't you think there's somebody more ambitious? Somebody is after security, somebody after materialistic things, somebody is after value, okay.
Yeah.
Do you think you're all like copy paste? Yeah, everybody.
No, we're all different. Yeah, we're all different.
Like
when
your
it comes
fingerprint.
to what we want out of it and why we are looking forward to tomorrow, no, it's all different.
Just
Everybody
like our
fingerprint,
our thumbs. Nobody is okay. We have unique reasons and purposes and drives. Okay, that's why I'm not a salesperson. Though I could sell, but it doesn't fulfill me anymore. Okay, the reason I do that, I feel I'm just gonna like exaggerate your desire to that to a cheating point, okay, or it becomes unnatural until you buy. So there is a bit of unfairness and dishonesty in it. Forgive me for that, okay? We like to buy things, okay, but by choice. And that's why I say, okay, I think you've probably been long enough to know my secret to sales and building businesses is not what they want to hear. And I tell it to them, you do this, you do that. Oh, you have until midnight. We're not going to say that. Okay. Or deadline or hurry up or nothing's going to break. We're going to tell you, you know, since you've been watching some of the leaders, like they always say wisely, no pressure. Okay. And I do love that. And what I like is just build the value. They will come, but I'm not going to tell you what you want to hear just so that you can buy and do it. I'm going to give irresistible value. I know you need some of it. You might not need let's say the OPEER product, but you're going to need a product. One of what we have, okay, is going to be a vital tool or service in your daily life. Okay, money could be another one. It's another motive, but I'm not just going to say like everybody's different. I'm not going to come, okay, you're going to make money. I'm not making money. Okay, so I'm not going to swear that you're going to make money. So, but I will be truthful to my friends or those who I care about. If I was a founder or a customer in the future, I would be saying, this is making my life much easier. Or look at I just changed my zip code. Or look at my drive, my ride,
Yep, yeah.
it's because of what I'm doing. I like it. They will ask you. So I like to be the hunted, not the hunter. I don't know.
Well, I'm really surprised myself. Like I said, my journey it'll be 2 months on the 7th of July that I
Oh,
put in
wow.
my, yeah, it'll be
Wow.
2 months on the
Oh,
7th of July.
so one and
And
a half months. Yeah. Wow.
yeah, and I'm affiliated with another online marketing guru, and I have been for a little more than a year. And I couldn't figure out what it was about it that, you feel that tug, back and forth. And when I heard you last month talk about how damaging the competition is, to be in a competitive space when you are good, when you have skills, when all of those things, you can do it and you've done it. But in the competitive space, you feel like somebody's taking your clothes off while you're going through the motions. It's like, why am I feeling stripped when when I'm doing this thing well? And so I want to thank you, because now I'm like so free. I know what the problem is. I do not flourish in a competitive space.
What do you think is a better, organic, healthier relationship? You don't lose people. Is it better just to be authentic and just focus on value, provide value over sell? So most sales book and selling, okay, or how to market or all of that, they literally, how do you trick in a way? I mean, there's not a better way to put it, just like lie to the recipient.
Yeah.
So until they consume what you have, and once you get that check or that payment, they're dead to you. I don't fit in that. We're different. We can be human. So what my critic or take on the traditional marketing is just focuses on transactional relationship and how much more volume you could gain. The truth is, I was just fed up with that. I believe it's time. So that's why our impression is like, if somebody calls you or they're like having or preparing for that pitch, is like, if you go to that guru webinar, I guarantee there's not a webinar, not at the end, they start spinning and like, okay, the countdown, and it's $15,000, but today miraculously we're going to give it to you for just $3,000, okay? And we can take payments and all of that. If you don't have, you go to PayPal, they give you a credit, they're just gonna bury you with debt, okay?
And the worst part of it is when they do it to you and they want you to laboriously do so many things that don't lead to you really getting a fraction.
The bottom line for them to get more transactions, and they just like will always talk about what they do and what they've done. And you're the user, you're the consumer, and you're the cause or the value to their wealth or success in a way. If their success, or sadly, most of them, their success is only measured by the amount of dollars they make. That's the threshold. And then if I go there, I know it, I'm not there to perceive value. It's just going to be, I'm like literally like being numbed by that fear if I'm going to miss out or be behind or, okay. So in a way, I let them take control of my brain. And I know at the end there's a pitch. So what that ultimately does for the entire market or the generation is what? Selling is an annoying thing. Marketing is just deceptive, or it's going to make you broke, and you're going to pile and you're not going to succeed, and you end up hating the process. Versus, I think it's for the first time ever, in my opinion, that marketing and sharing something like OnPassive doesn't have to be deceptive, doesn't have to be pressing people.
Yes.
Can we, for the first time ever, make sales, profit, practice ethical marketing with some honesty? Have we tried that? I tried it. Okay, it is delicious. You just gonna okay. So it's a better way.
I'm looking forward to eating it.
I like that. Wow, that was very delicious.
Yeah, it was very good. But Ash, I tell you, it is liberating, and you know, I really appreciate the expressions of your heart. You know, we can't feel
Thank
it,
you.
whatever. So it's
Thank
only
you.
you can only figure out what's on the inside by what's manifested on the outside. And so consistently, I've been watching and looking like you, like, is he saying something and twisting something and that sort of thing. And so I'm happy.
I'm not that deep. Trust me. Okay, I am.
You know,
I'm
you
easy to read, and
you would drown if you were. It's better to be pure and shallow.
but you're gonna age faster if you're gonna have to articulate things. Just be yourself and listen. Do the right things. Be open. Be honest. It's just a beautiful way. And the reason I'm motivated and I stick with it because it worked with me before and it's working. And you know what? Again, it's very easy formula for me. Like, okay, do I care about less success or profit versus more human fulfillment? I mean, come on, it doesn't take a genius. Yeah. So do I want more money and compromise of my humanity? I would not do that. I would give my organs before I lose that.
You do the right thing, and the
Yes.
goodness will come.
Do the right things, and
The goodness
you're ready.
will come.
You'll be ready to just like, I don't know, leave.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
or,
anyway, I hope to be at the celebration party. I don't know what you guys are planning.
where is that? Am I missing something?
The one for the launch, the one, you know, the big launch party.
What are they launching? Your guru?
Oh,
What is he
no,
launching?
it's coming soon. Let me tell you, it's the timeline is laid out. Don't worry about the exact date and time. It's coming. You just need to be there, okay?
I'm ready.
All right, me too.
100%.
Well, it's
I've been celebrating.
remember, it's an earthquake. Earthquake is not just what do you call that? Meteor? What is that? That comes from space.
Yeah, it's not a meteor strike.
Meteor, yeah. It's not just one hit. Yeah, it's quake is vibration. It's shaking. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm excited. Like every time you
So
talk
meaning
about
multiple
billboards and radio and television, and they're going to be talking about it on YouTube, and you know, everybody's going to say, and then the stats in the newspapers and all of that. Oh, I can't wait.
I don't know how many launches you've seen in your life, okay, or whether television or something, whether it's Apple iPhone in 2007, whether it's YouTube, whether it's like whatever guru they launched the funnel or the trick, whatever. I don't know what they launched.
Well, I went to
one. A lot of launches.
To one IPO on Wall Street once. That was pretty exciting.
Which one?
I forget which company it was. It was back. See, the towers fell in 2001, so I think it was 2003. I forget which company. I think it might have been Facebook or Anyway, it was exciting to be there, but it's not like I had any part of it. I was just a spectator. So that's not
makes a good event or a good launch, you know, attractive to you?
I think it would be
fireworks, balloons.
I don't know. I think on what's the name of that downtown New York, like when the ball is dropping.
Yeah, the apple. The ball.
Like New Year's Eve kind of thing all over the world. So like whatever some of the hot spots are, not that it has to be.
You know what's attractive to me?
No.
a couple of things. Two, I'm just going to keep it at two. Number one, okay, that it's not just a hypey show, and you're fooling the eye, and you wake up the next day with that hangover. You don't know what just happened.
No,
Okay.
I want that. I wanna be-
Okay. So I want to be more impact and value driven, like that launch is going to bring up that, new stage of human life. Number one. And number two, I like new stuff. I know that they're going to count 9, 10, 7. Okay, well, I know what's going to happen. So I like the surprise element, something fresh, creative, new. I mean,
Yeah, that
women
sounds
like that more. Yeah. So it's going to be something that you haven't seen. Okay. And it's not typical. So if you predicted that it's just another one, OnPassive is not another one.
well. I won't hold my breath, but
But I
I'll be
appreciate
awaiting
how
the excitement.
genius you are. You were able to take to take it out of me, like,
Yeah,
that was clever. Yeah, I give
yeah,
it to you.
yeah. I'm excited. I mean, it would be great if there were big celebration in some of the quote unquote third world countries, and because normally everything starts off in the capitalistic cities, but it would be great to see all of us too tied together on that occasion.
You're
And
not going to see Lambos. You're not going to see hot chicks. You're not going to see short skirts. You're not going to see
we're not
that.
having any hot chicks like hot wings or
Mm.
something. No, not that kind of chicks.
Food is
Anyway.
critical. Yeah.
It'll be exciting. Whatever you're planning,
You
as long
haven't
as you're
seen it.
planning something.
You haven't seen it. I promise you. I promise you haven't seen it.
Yeah, but I'm looking
Not in
forward
any
to it.
business. Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it. Whatever that is, I'm looking forward to it. And really, the ride
And
that's
I'm going to say something.
What?
It is global.
Ooh.
OnPassive is global. Okay. So it will be very noticeable. All right. Globally.
Well,
It's like watching the moon. We'll start shooting fireworks, something like that. Crazy.
well,
That everybody can see. Yeah.
we're all ready, and
It's the
I'm
biggest.
sure we'll be excited to tears. That's the other thing. It'll be more than just jumping up and down, because if you don't experience the journey, then
Yeah.
you can't experience the arrival. The arrival will only be one event in time. So
Sure.
even though I'm at the end of the caboose, I'm at the back of the train. I don't care. I'm on the train.
No,
so
don't look
whatever.
at it that way. We're gonna all grow together. Remember that analogy. So we're gonna all grow together, and it doesn't have to be up and down and fluctuation. We'll grow together. I mean, you have different purposes what you're gonna do and how you're gonna use it. We don't dictate that. However, I believe I'm not like ceremonial brain in a way, but for the first time, you know what? It is something so worthy that it deserves a good celebration. So we need to celebrate this accomplishment, and it goes back with a tremendous benefit to humanity. So why not? Okay, let's tell our stories. So
Yeah, I'm ready. I got my book.
beautiful.
Thank you, Yuanda.
You're
Ash, you've been
welcome.
generous with that. Peter, would you come forward, please, and unmute yourself?
Hello, everyone.
So Peter, 1 second.
Yes.
We say Wanda or Juanda? Okay, how do you say it?
It's Wanda, like Juanita. Wanda.
Wanda. Okay, like Juanita. I got it. Okay. What are you in Canada or in the States?
I'm in Palm
Woodward.
Coast, Florida.
Palm Coast. Okay. Oh wow, really?
Yeah, not far.
Flagler
Hello.
Beach. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been there.
I always check to try to catch some different times and
Mm.
get a little different flavor to some of the founders from different areas if I can.
Yeah.
So I popped in this,
I'll tell you what. Tell me, when you came in, you were asking a question or initiating that interaction between us. True or false? I see your energy, your endorphin is much higher and better, and you know you have more hope and more. It's a bigger smile. True or
Yeah.
false?
Yeah, that's true.
So if we do this, everybody does that to one person. Okay, you just find the person that you can connect with. Everybody's connected to somebody. That's all we want to do.
Yeah, it's
Don't
true.
think.
One of my new founders is 80. In the last 6 days, in the last week, she's brought on 4 people.
Wow.
She's 80. She is so excited about OnPassive. She has tried so many MLM. That's how we met years ago through the years with no success worth talking about today.
Yeah.
And she is so hopeful and so sure that she's going to taste some fruits of her labors.
Yeah.
And I'm so excited for her. And those that she brought on are also 60 and above. So it's just wonderful for me. I mean, I'll be 69 soon. So
Wow.
for my group to be alive and full of energy and to be moving this way, especially in the times that we're living in, it's just
Wow. That's
anyway,
incredible.
thanks again.
Do you know Peter Mingles in Palm Coast? Peter Mingles.
Nope. I'm, like I said, I'm sort of new. Still trying to.
He's not an OnPassive, yeah, but if you're talking about gurus and stuff, yeah, okay.
Peter Mingle.
And I'm in Port St. Lucie.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I want to invite you into OnPassive Florida. So you will send me a friend request.
Okay. All right. Yes.
Good
please
talking to
do.
you. And let's go to OnPassive Michigan, Mr. Peter.
Hello, everyone. Thank you, Robin and Pam, for holding this event. Hello, Jeff Morlock. It's always a pleasure to see you. Julie, the beautiful sunset in California. Marty DeGarmo always helping, and enthusiasm from Chris Johnson. And of course, the blessing we have in Ash here with us. Thank you. I want to mention quickly, Ash, that you mentioned on last Saturday, during the Indian presentation or the event that you had for the Indian people. You've mentioned that we're going to have all mail for every founders and you email. I see in the chat, few people were asking about emails, and they were saying, can they switch to the new OMail? I know you've mentioned that in the Indian webinar on Saturday. Can you elaborate on that too? And also, few people mentioned about changing email. We all know about this is a very sensitive subject. I'd like to speak of that as well. Thank you.
Oh, no problem. You're very welcome. And it's also thank you. Like I know you're like an OnPassive machine, like a living, breathing machine day and night, and Chris as well. Here's the thing. The way I thought, but again, I don't dictate anything, and we don't want to be stubborn in any way. How about this? Okay, I thought the founders, okay, just whatever we put there is temporarily, okay, until we fade into the dashboard of OnPassive. So we have the dashboard of OnPassive. You're going to have the complete product that you pay for, and the company is going to protect your data there, the full benefit of everything. And if we begin to have two things, one OMail with the founders and one OMail with OnPassive and one OMail with let's say Academy or stuff. I feel we're like inventing our own complications. So to keep it simple, I think let's just play with it, just like we lived the last, I don't know, just example, okay, 3 months maybe, okay, without mail. Can we live another 3 months in the future without mail? But perhaps we could use it like just for testing purposes. That's it. But don't put anything there. We can keep it, but then we're going to have, okay, I got this on founders. I got this on passive. Should I leave it? Should I keep it? So to keep it simple, I think we should have one story. That's why we want to have one package. Okay. One story. Okay. Very simple. Okay. Whatever we test before we pay on passive package, it is for testing purposes. Okay. And we should flush it out, put it down, and just the main product, keep it simple through OnPassive, if you like that. Now, changing emails, the only reason is there shouldn't be a reason to change an email, okay? What's the need of somebody? If you're able to access, if you received and verified the email, okay. One reason could be that somebody passed away, okay? How rare is that? Like, we don't have 700 death, okay? So a couple, we can deal with that manually, okay? One-on-one basis, and then we will take care of that. So those cases, yeah, they're legit. The other scenario is if somebody had, let's say, petersruhr.com, and you no longer want to keep that domain name and it dies out, like, so you had contact@petersruhr.com, and that domain name is down, so you cannot access the webmail for that. That's another valid reason. But if you have a Gmail, like a generic mail, okay, a free mail, email address, there's no reason to change it. It just, every time we hear changing email, if it freaks us out, that what's going on, like it raises our alertness because we smell that something, is not normal. Most people, they have one email, they use it every day. If you have one account, there's no need whatsoever to change it. Now, there's something convincing. Again, we don't swear by anything. We don't say we're never going to drink from that water. We'll talk about it. But the general rule, there is no need.
Excellent.
And if it becomes a pattern, we will stop it. Like if it's something exceptional, convincing, absolutely.
Excellent point. Well taken, Ash. Thank you very much.
You.
The domain extension that you mentioned, it was strictly for OnPassive. What was the extension?
We don't have exclusive. So let me share with you. That's a good one. So the domain name, we thought in the beginning, when we wanted to create O domain, we thought there are two scenarios. You can have your own domain extension, okay? And anybody in the market will buy it. I'll give you an example, .ws, okay? .op, that's what we thought. We thought like we're gonna have .op, stands for OnPassive. So that becomes our domain extension. But we thought somebody else would like to have net.org, biz, info, US, China. So we thought it sounds like we're limiting people, okay? And therefore there might be restrictions to that domain extension. So let's say a certain country that decide to block that domain extension, that is risky, okay? And then it can go more. So it took us a few months, like 4 months, but we decided to go the second scenario, which is complete flexibility and liberty for the user. They choose any domain extension. Though we might add in the future just for certain features or scenarios like, OP or something, okay? Like a domain extension that might be for a certain use, but as of now, it's better. Everybody would have their unique. You cannot shut down .com, .biz, .org, .us, exactly.
You're always 2 steps ahead of everything, Ash. Good job.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Peter. Thank you, Ash. Jeffrey, would you kindly unmute? You've been patiently waiting as well.
Yes, thank you, Robin. I'm thinking though that, I mean, Cedric's been up here for a while. I don't know. But I appreciate this and thank you so much. And Peter, thank you. You just took one of my questions right out from under me, and I love that. So I certainly appreciate that. And thank you everybody for being here. And Ash, thank you for your time tonight. We certainly appreciate that as well. I'm kind of confused on something, and I wanted to try to see if I could get unconfused, and this would be a great platform, I think, to do it. I'm thinking about the subscriptions when they come out. When we go into the hard launch and we're set up so that we can go pay that subscription, I'm trying to understand if there is a scenario where perhaps I can't or don't want to pay that subscription up front, but I'd rather OnPassive to use the super campaigns that are going to be used for the founders teams and such after launch that are going to be run to fill my team to get my 3. And then after they start paying and kind of prime the pump, then that I'm not paying the $250 or whatever the price is. Is that something, or is it straight across the board? Everybody pays the subscription the first month, period. Did I make the point?
Very
clear?
detailed. No, very clear. Okay.
Oh.
And it's always good to connect with you, Jeffrey. I did watch your most recent video twice. You make me like me. Okay. I rarely rewatch things. And no, we're absolutely in clear communication. So you really have it. You understand what's going on. And that question comes from clarity you are envisioning. And I don't think you're asking that for yourself. I could imagine, because you might sense there might be a few individuals couldn't, for affordability or certainty, we don't know. But I always, because in my position, I have to be accurate and clear and formal in the answer. So I'm going to give you the 2 sides of it. So the first side is there are some moving parts and variables in OnPassive, just like that. Your light, car light, okay, you have to drive to get to a certain point to see another mile ahead, okay, etc. So we cannot foresee some of the details quite clear yet, okay, and they're based upon like more steps in the way. So when we get there, we'll evaluate. But the general rule always to be transparent with the founders and communicate through, okay, and come up with the best possible scenario for everybody's advantage, so it can be always fair. So that puts me at ease. So we're not worried about like misusing or any aggravating people. We're going to do the right thing always. We're committed to that. Even if it's not clear yet, but whatever it is going to be the best scenario yet. But on that topic, what Jeffrey just asked, to see if somebody doesn't pay yet, okay, obviously we're talking about founders, okay, and they decide, let the business play. When I see enough funds, I'll activate the account. Yeah. So what's going to happen is you're not going to have full products package, okay, as long as you're not paying. So that doesn't settle. So everybody's enjoying that value, and that individual may have to look at it as, just being left behind in a way. 2, you're delaying that spark and ignition of your full benefits, whether it's financial or products. Okay, but for the company, absolutely fine. If somebody doesn't, for any reason, pay, and they just let it pay for itself. Remember, if they're not doing anything and they came in and they're not involved in an active team or all that, how is it going to grow? I will not be corny and mislead everybody. Just come in and nothing happens. So I'm talking about somebody doesn't pay. Okay, if you pay, I know I'm going to send customers and real buyers and targeted people to their website. I'm going to keep doing it until they have the proper result. Okay, now if somebody doesn't pay and they're not involved in a strong plan or anything of their own or with somebody, how is it going to happen? Like, luck can play and take place sometimes, but I wouldn't base anything on luck. If I can come in and pay for my value and be in control, it's more rational. But from the company side, absolutely, they're going to get some free value. They're going to be educated about the value we have, and if something happened, if they use the free stuff, okay, they could get some traction eventually. Now they got 1, 2, 3. They get enough, liquid or funds in their account that can activate them. Yeah, absolutely. And then it goes on because you already have enough to be paid. That should be long term. And then now you start receiving traffic. It just gets better. If somebody has really absolute reason, like unable to, what can you do? They are just as beautiful human beings. Welcome. Use us until you scrape your value. It doesn't bother us. And if we have 1 million users or customers on the platform, or 1 billion, nothing is going to be on my shoulder or choke in my throat. No, it's a machine. Welcome. Let the whole planet, 8 billion people, welcome home. It doesn't intimidate us or in any way take from our value. But for the system to work, it's got to be capitalism.
Thank you, Ash. Morley, Jeffrey, anything else?
No, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you so much. The running order, please, is going to be Sherry, then Cedric, then Shari, then Julie, then me. And that will bring us to just after the 11:30 mark. Ash, if you are still able to stay with us, thank you so much.
Like I said, I'm lonely. I have nothing to do. And please allow me to stay here. Don't kick me out.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Sherry, if you're still there.
Before we go to Sherry, I would like to get feedback from Jeffrey. Did that make sense to you? Does it sound like fair? What would you do?
Absolutely. It made sense. I liked, it doesn't surprise me the way that you explained it. I tend to think that regardless of any scenario, that OnPassive is going to do what's right because it's right, period. It's not planning on putting limits on anything at all, and it's making everything out in the open, and everything's accessible to and from everybody. The takeaway that I got from your answer, to really boil it down or to simmer it down to the basics is, yes, for these people that are asking, do I have to pay the $250 or whatever the price is, or can I wait for OnPassive to do something for me and get my 3 and free so that if I don't have the money, I don't have to, but I can. Ultimately, that could work for you. Ultimately, it may well be that you can come up with, without paying the $250 or whatever the subscription is that first month, you may luck up, you may go out and do your own recruiting. Who knows? You could be successful. It's going to take you a lot longer. Is that the premier way?
If you're that likable, or you have that pledge between you and whoever invited you, however you landed in the business, they want to pay it forward for you, bless you, and then they believe you have value. There's always a way, okay? And the bottom line is, we are not gonna limit anyone. Look, we're not going to block somebody's success just because so we can get paid. At the end, they're not going to make money, and they're not going to be successful, have the full value without paying the company, whether from their sponsor, their inviter, the neighborhood, they borrow it, they make it. So that's why we're at ease. So it's fine.
Yeah, but Ash, if it happens by accident, okay, it happens. But I would never tell anyone, yeah, you can get in and flip a coin and hope you make it in a month. People should pay. It's a business, and if
Absolutely.
if it
Absolutely.
happens and they don't, whatever the reason, okay, that's different. That's humanity. That's being nice. But everybody needs to come in and put skin in the game. I mean, because that's what makes the business go around.
Remember when we talked to Wanda, like basically. It's the value that would speak louder than anything else. Okay, so if somebody is there and they got the time to be in the back office, or they review, they would have a drive. And I believe we are very aware of affordability. Okay, so if somebody put the time to do the due diligence and understand what we have, they will afford it. How much can I afford? If they want it, they will afford it. So that's our part. We're going to tell them what we got, and they will afford it. They will find a way to do it. But even if it comes, a jiggle, okay, a halfway, a little bit from them, one from us, no problem. Okay, so get like overflow from the sponsor, some organic traffic by the company, or so they see some traction, then that will be that little push that will close the deal for them. They were not motivated enough, okay, which we have to understand. I mean, I don't think we're going to play the game as what you miss, what you lose, and scarcity and things like that, and midnight and do. So we just want to keep it very organic and respectful and honest. If they don't see the value, they don't see the value. I think it comes from that we're happy the way we are. We're happy, like if we start with 1 million customers, like, okay, if 75 million want to stay on hold until, the cows come home, and that's fine. I'm sorry, Sherry, go ahead.
I'm not sure what Sherry was supposed to go first. She didn't specify.
You, Sherry.
Is it Sherry both, or Sherry, or I mean Green or Canada?
It's Sherry, and
Sherry.
Shari is going later.
Shari. I'm sorry? Sherry.
Sherry. Yeah, Sherry.
Same pronunciation. Wow. Okay.
Very close.
Very close. All right, let's do it. Either one. We're gonna talk to both of you.
Okay. Well, I'll go, I guess, Sherry.
All right.
Is that okay, Sherry? Okay. So thank you so much. I have maybe one question, but my first thing is I want to thank you so much, you and your family and the tech team and all that you guys have done. Your family, I know that they put out a lot there to help you just to make it through each day, the time that you put in. And of course, the tech team, and they are back at the office. Is that right?
No.
No, they're not back.
We allow them to work from home until the 5th of July, until after the July 4th here. And there's some of them, some individuals that are going optional. We're not forcing them to go, but there's some logistics and things they go and meeting. A few got sick and tired of being home and they just like to work from office. But we will not mandate it. This weekend, we're going to have a vaccine drive. Every staff, we cover them no matter what city they live in, Hyderabad or elsewhere. They're going to get a vaccine. Nobody's opposed to that, so don't shoot me, okay? So they want the vaccine. They don't mind even vaccine cocktail and, you know, whatever you can give them, they're happy with it. So they are determined to have it. Some already did, okay, on their own, and some qualified. So when you do it privately, like we had an arrangement with a hospital, it's paid. So we paid for everyone, okay? And those who did it on their own, we reimburse them, okay? And then their family, the close family. Some of them even niece and nephews and sister, in-laws, anybody like within a close circle in their relationship is also welcome. No problem. We're not doing this as an obligation or as a profit or business or anything of that. Just a pure humanitarian.
Wow, that's incredible. And the other couple things I have is I want you to know you really have made it an incredible movement even before you've launched. This has become an incredible movement. There have been so many people, I hope I don't cry, have been moved by this movement. Either they've been depressed, unhealthy, they have come out. I have seen many people who have come forward it has changed their lives completely already. So I want to thank you for that. So excuse me if I cry. And then I do have something to run by you. I do know a gentleman. He's actually the man who created voice recognition. His name is Gus Sergi, and I would like to connect the dots with you and him. I have just sent him an email on the information, and I have to contact him. I'll probably be contacting him this weekend to see what his thoughts and things were. We have been friends off and on now for not off and on. It's just a lot of times he's created different things, and now he's promoting his new thing that he's promoting that he created. But I think you guys would be an amazing match because of what he knows and who you know, and he loves helping people too, as well as like the poor he even takes people. I'm out here in California. He even takes people to Mexico to where they can save money to get their dental work done. So it's just incredible. I want to thank you for all that you do, and I will be back in touch with you on that when I hear from him. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart.
Welcome.
And
Thank you.
continue to work.
Good to
Thank
see
you.
you always.
Bye-bye.
Yeah,
Thank you. That's all I have.
no problem. So that we don't mix the two sherries, if you don't want to do that, we can take Cedric if you want in between.
Absolutely, Ash. You're calling them out. Absolutely.
Yeah, I
Cedric,
apologize.
the birthday boy.
Oh, okay. I didn't know who was going to go first.
Happy birthday. Wow. Okay.
Thank you. And happy belated Father's Day to you.
Thank you so much. Yeah. Got some
always
boxers and socks and everything is good. Yeah.
It's always a pleasure when I can get a chance to thank you on the Hollywood Squares. I got to thank Mr. Ash Mufareh.
So what does it mean when your family buys you cologne and spray?
They didn't like the other one.
I hope I didn't misunderstand that. Yeah. No. Like, why is it the most popular item for any occasion? I get a lot of like.
You have everything you need. You already have everything you need.
I think there's an issue with my smell. Yeah.
No.
That's how I take it.
Ash, I think you're okay as long as they don't buy soap.
It was amazing. I enjoyed it. Thank you for that.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you, man, with providing this platform for all of us. And you created for all of us financial freedom on steroids. I appreciate you, brother.
Absolutely.
I appreciate it. I appreciate everything you do. I know, I think I told you this before, what your name means to me. You know, Mr. Ash Mufareh, yeah, your first name is a special heart, and your last name is more unity for all races, enhancing humanity. That means a lot. I mean, you're the best CEO in the world, and I can't thank you enough, man. I mean, whenever you're in Philly, whatever you want is on the house. So I appreciate you, brother.
Get him the best get him the best cheesesteak, Cedric.
Yeah, whatever
Yes.
cheesesteak you want, man. It's on the house.
I know there's one downtown. What is that?
Gino. Gino's, yeah.
Gino's, yeah, that's good too.
Yeah,
I
it's on
mean,
my bucket list. Yeah, so I want to make sure I do that before I die. Yeah. See, I'm not ambitious. Have small things in my life.
yeah, like I tell Malo always say, OnPassive is changing the world one person at a time, starting with you. And I tell him all the time, we go back and forth because he's a Dallas Cowboy fan. I'm an Eagle fan. So, but like I tell him, you my boy. Love you, bro.
Love you, bro. Thank you so much.
Yes, sir.
Indeed. I'll see you in Philly, okay? Or Orlando, who knows? But I know I'll see
doubt.
you. Yeah.
No doubt. No doubt.
All right,
Appreciate
let's take care of Sherry, Canada.
Hello,
yours.
Mr. Ash.
And I apologize. I'm going to go back. So Robin, who's next? I'm sorry. I think
You are
I crossed the
absolutely
line.
correct.
Yeah.
It is Sherry. Absolutely. You're not crossing any lines, sir. It's yours.
Thank you. I just want to make sure like I over deliver because Marty been telling me to come to your event, and I'll make sure he will do it again.
Thank you.
Thank you.
My
Yes, ma'am.
my heart's beating out of my chest right now. So
Oh, come on. Are you drinking
No,
coffee?
no.
Or what?
No, Mr. Ash Mufareh, I don't have a question. I just really wanted to come on and thank you from the bottom of my heart. I was one of those people that was in a dark place when I found OnPassive in October of 2020. And I've been living in the shadows, and OnPassive has brought me out to a place that I never ever thought I would be in, having the opportunity to lift humanity and change the world on such a level that I don't know, I'm lost for words. I've dreamt of this day when I would be able to thank you personally. It's not quite personally, but thank you from 725,000 founders.
Yeah.
And I'm honored, and I'll make you proud.
Thank you so much. So, anything from, I learned this from the penguins, okay? Penguins, they also live very cold days in their life. But what do? So if I didn't live those moments in my life, I wouldn't know how does it feel or pain or all that. So I'm fortunate enough that I have had a great taste of a little bit of each, okay? Or enough of each. And penguins, you know what they do when it gets brutally cold, like I don't know how much below? They cuddle. Yeah, exactly.
They cuddle.
So,
are you asking me to cuddle?
Was that?
I
Yeah,
said, are you asking me to cuddle?
So meaning we come together, okay, embrace something that is very refreshing and pure, okay, that is OnPassive, and pal around it where it will balance the temperature in our body. So no barriers needed. Yeah.
Well, thank you. Thank you
so
much. Thank you.
Again, there's enough goodness for all of us. So let's come together and create something good. I'm not in any way preaching that I'm going to make it by myself. You just said like 725,000 winners, okay, and more to come. Each one counts, and contributes to the journey as much as any one of us. Okay, so it takes a team. It's very obvious. Like we need this huge team for such a business. Otherwise, it's
Well,
not going to be OnPassive.
thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for allowing me to speak, Robin. I appreciate it. And bless you all.
Can you tell her to bring me again?
Pardon me?
Sherry, can you tell Robin to bring me again?
Robin?
Yeah.
Who's next? Robin?
Hello. Mr. Mufareh will always be invited to join us on any Thursday night he wishes to. Thank you so much for this. You've
Thank
really
you.
honored and brought us all great joy. I will talk
Absolutely.
later on, though. Next one is Julie, please.
Hello, Julie. Good evening. It just got dark there. Yeah.
Yes, thank you, Robin. Good evening, Mr.
Are
Ashmafar.
you
I
in New
hope
York,
you.
Newport Beach or Laguna? Where are you? I saw
I am
the.
actually, yes, I am actually in Dana Point. I connected with another founder when I did a meeting in person. And when he saw the post, he connected with Marina and somehow we got connected. We met and he lives here in Dana Point. And he said, Julie, I know you love the beach. I know you love being here. Here, this is a secret, okay? Every time you want to come down here, let me know. I'll let you in. So it's kind of like a private area for the resident here.
Yeah.
What do I ask for when I have sunset and then listen to Mr. Ashmofar?
Thank you.
It
And
is such a joy.
the cliffs and yeah, absolutely nice trail. It's a good walk, is it?
Yes, it is. I just go down the steps, long steps, and then there's just a beautiful beach, and just not a lot of people. This is something that what I get. I feel very blessed to do at the end of the day when I find some time. I go down here at the beach, and I get to share that with everyone in the world. To me, if I'm happy, I want everybody to be happy. So the time at the beach is my happiest moment in the day. So that's when I get to do live. And to be honest with you, Facebook has been putting me, locking me, not letting me do live on Facebook, because every time when I go down, I look at the beautiful sunset and I feel such energy, harmonies, and love coming out there, blessings coming out there. And that's when I want the whole world to do. And I'm not being able to do it the past, I think, couple weeks, once a while, because I'm such a posters, I guess. Every time when I see something, I love something, I just post it everywhere. I don't care the rules, because what is, what's wrong with postings, right? So every time when I post 20, 30 and share it to many groups, they just put me really upset. But letting that stopping me. So yeah, that's kind of like why I got on, and I just want to turn on the camera for everyone to see. But Mr. Ash, I have a question. This is something that I tell everybody. I said, Mr. Ash Mufareh said, OnPassive, it's all done for you. It's a done deal, 100% automation. If you can drink water, you can be in OnPassive. So don't worry about anything. All you got to do is go out there, share, and help you can in the community. Am I doing it right? Or am I just being, I guess, closed-minded when I say things like that?
Okay. No, yeah, that's fair. So Julie, thank you for sharing the view and seeing behind you. What I've been thinking about lately, that when we started OnPassive, we know, okay, the nature of business we've had and set up. And so technically we've changed that model totally. And the reality, our mind's still there. So we didn't move, we didn't transition mentally. So we're still thinking, operating that way, though the facts and the whole structure has been revamped. So it is okay. We're going to have that period of transitioning, into something. Eventually, it is going to be very clear what it is, because, like, if you give me the option, I would do what Bruce Lee did. Okay, I'll say, empty your cup. We're going to be a new start. Okay, fill it up with the right stuff. But we cannot do that. A lot of people, they want to hear what they want to hear. And even if you tell them this is not network marketing, this is not MLM, it's not a sponsor, downline, and all of that, like, terminology, we're done with that. But even if they hold their terms publicly, but we know what's in their head, they're operating that way. So this is what driving them. So it is a challenge, and I don't have a magical cure to it, but we will overcome this with time and with value and all of that. The biggest take on OnPassive from, let's say, the feds, okay, that, well, it's not that's what's bothering them. It's one of the things that it's kind of eating us back, that we're honest. The truth, OnPassive is guaranteeing everyone's success in a way, even if you don't do much. It's like the company is automating your success. So we're going to hypothetically say that somebody in the mindset of, it's all done for me, I'll pay the company to do it for me. Because again, remember the analogy, even if it's artificial intelligence or autopilot or cruise or whatever it is, or super cruise, you have to command it. You have to create the vehicle, and you have to maintain or to operate the vehicle. So we're doing that part. We created the vehicle as OnPassive, the platform, the technology, and we maintain it. You come to us, we'll give you a ride to where you want to go. Okay. Do you have to create the vehicle? No. Do you have to maintain it? No. If you do you fail, or do you succeed better? Or does it accelerate and expedite your progress? So in logical, dissection here, if you come in and do nothing, will you succeed? Yes. It's too good to be true, and it is, okay? And does it set some people for doing nothing or attracting them for? Yes. And that's just like, you're not going to have everything with it. You're not going to gain so much without losing or compromising. Physically, whatever you have to gain, you're going to have to let go that volume from another side. So that's one of the, painful points that we have to go through, is the reputation and the mix of other business models, because how we came in the beginning, it just a part of the pain. Can we avoid it? Too late. Okay. Would it be cured 100%? It will get much better. Yeah. When you show what we got, and people have results, and it will get a lot better. But there will be people, they will die thinking of the usual. We're not typical.
Thank you for that.
And I am not in the business of changing anybody's mind. Yeah, I don't do that. I have no interest or no passion for it. I am in the business of providing real value. If you see it, you like it, you buy it. You don't like it, thank you, Julie. Always good to chat with you.
Thank you so much. Could I just make a really quick comment in regarding to Jawanda earlier, or Wanda earlier?
Yes.
We at the Julie and Milo show, we do have a presentation that we put together for anyone who would like to do it in other languages. we record them and then we put in our channel so that anyone in the community who speaks the same language can listen to it. So Wanda, if you could please get in touch with me and Milo, we would love to have you go on and do a presentation in your own language. Thank you so much. Thank you, Robin, for letting me speak.
You're welcome. Claudia G, if you would unmute yourself, please.
Hello. Hi, everyone.
Hi,
Hi, Ash.
there you are. Can you bring her up? Yeah.
How
No.
are you?
Fantastic. Just like Marty DeGarmo. Can't get any better.
That's great.
Yeah.
Great. I have a question from somebody. It's a founder on my team, and I think it's the very first question I've ever been stumped on. So I thought I'd ask you because you're the man. So traffic, they wanted to know when they pay, whether it's 250, 300, whatever the price is, they wanted to know if that price guarantees them 3 founders if they have nobody from the traffic. And I have no clue.
We guarantee the visitors, Claudia, but we don't guarantee how many buyers.
Okay.
There's no way.
That
It's
makes
illegal.
sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
We
Perfect.
guarantee the quality. We guarantee the consistency. We guarantee that more likely we will over deliver. Okay. Remember, I don't know if I can say this, but so in the beginning, OnPassive will buy traffic. What traffic do we buy? From the digital population, right?
Correct.
I don't know, again, suffering that arrogancy, but eventually, okay, down the road, at some point, we will be the traffic, so we don't even have to look out. Okay, so we will be the web population, or most of it. There's not going to be anybody outside, so we're not going to have to sweat.
Right. I think they were more concerned because they weren't able to get 3 people. So
Again, they're thinking the matrix, they're thinking get 3, they're getting, sell, they're thinking recruit. Don't look at it that way. If you look at it, listen, look at it this way. Is there are a few things that you're using already, like you're using Zoom, you're using probably a email provider, somewhat communication app or something. You're using a few things already. That's like if you're just an individual, not in business, okay, or at a professional capacity. Now, all I'm gonna think about it, like whatever I'm doing, I'm gonna do it more effectively and time, efficiency. And there is a way for me to compound this progress and gain naturally, without pushing, without counting 3, who, how, where, up, down. Just think of it that way. So I don't have to change any of what I'm doing. It's just gonna be a fresh approach to my digital life, okay, and more trustworthy and more ethical. And there's a path for it that I can even go as far as I want to go in a very reliable way, clean way. So take it that way. But if you're going to start calculating, I'm going to get 3, she didn't get 2, I got okay. We're not letting that go. We're not MLM. We're not a tree. We're not a matrix. We're not. It's just unfair for the company, and we're going to have to keep saying it until it vanishes or it slows down a little.
right. Well, apparently this person was in some kind of water business or something. So I don't know why they asked the question, but that's what they asked me. I just have one more quick thing, Ash, that I just Do you believe in subliminal messaging? Messages?
You mean texting? Write down Claudia's number. Okay.
No,
What's her
no, no,
number?
no, 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 no. Yeah, you should. Yeah, you could call me, but but you told me 7 months.
I do text. Yeah, we're halfway. Let me say this. I want to communicate with everybody, but if I'll be like idiot to think it's possible. It's not possible. I cannot do it. I cannot do it.
No,
So I might have to just like try to, the time that I have, the allowed time that I have, okay, I have to prioritize what things that I cannot delay, or I have to personally be. But if it's something that it works with me or without me, I hope times will get better again.
No, it's okay, Ash.
I knew it's gonna be this tight for me. I have no. I'm at the office. I didn't see my family today. Zero like time.
I hear you.
They're texting me. I don't respond to every text.
I understand, Ash. No, it was more, I didn't really want to say anything on the webinar, to be honest, but it was more because my credit card was charged 6 times, more than it should have been.
Yeah, but if you are connected to the Leadership Council, any of them, anyone will help you.
I did actually tell Marina about it, and
Yeah, Marina, you have Michael William next to you. You have Grossmender, anyone. Peter would help you now. Anybody, they will help you.
great. Okay.
All of them. Julie here, Jeffrey here, Marty is here. All of them are here.
Great.
Robin is here.
Okay, but that wasn't the subliminal message. The subliminal message was, so I have this husband who thinks that I have some kind of powers or something and that I'm very lucky. So he went out and he did some grocery shopping and he came home and he passed me this ticket, and it was one of those lotto scratch tickets, and he told me, can you please win me $1 million? I don't know, for some reason he wants to be rich. Anyway, I scratched this ticket and I got 2 words on the ticket and I won $3. And guess what the 2 words were? Ash and technology. And I have proof on my phone.
Wow.
So I jumped up and down and I told him I won $1 million. And
What an evidence. Wow.
yeah, there you go. So OnPassive is very real, guys. That was my subliminal message anyway. I thought
Thank
I'd
you.
share the story.
Thanks,
Thank you,
Claudia.
Claudia.
You're welcome. Thank you, Robin, for letting me speak.
Dr. Eric, if you'd come through, please, and unmute yourself.
Okay, are you hearing me?
Yes, we are.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you very much, Robin. Really appreciate you allowing me to speak on your platform. Even though I'm not sure what happened with Zoom, but I'm not able to see that hand raising option on the bottom of the screen there in Zoom. So that's another reason I really want OConnect to come out. Thank you very much for all the panelists. Really appreciate all the panelists and Leadership Council, and of course, all the founders on this webinar. Really appreciate all of you. Ash, you are a man that I love. No, I really don't say that, especially as a Jamaican.
Yeah, man.
As a Jamaican, we definitely don't tell our next man that we love them. And I can honestly say, Ash,
yeah,
I love you. You are good. I thank you, and I thank your family. I thank your wife, especially for allowing you all of these hours, to be spending here. It's like 12 midnight here you know, in Florida. So, you know, I really thank your family also for allowing you here. One thing that I want to bring to our minds is that Ash says over and over that this is not a MLM. Now, I've been in the industry for a little over 17 years now. I've done the lotion and the potion. I've done the health products, the energy drink, landing page, funnels. You name it, I have done it. I sell real estate in Ocala. I do so many things with the online industry, MLM, etc., etc. But what I do with persons on my team, or what I say, is that just like you have a Mercedes Benz and you have a Toyota Corolla, now they are both cars. They have some similar things, or they might have some similar traits, but they are totally two different type of vehicle, and the cost different. So we have to understand, even though it might appear as if OnPassive might have a few things similar to MLM, it is not a MLM. Toyota have some similar things to Mercedes-Benz. It's just not, Toyota is just not a Mercedes-Benz. And that's what we have to understand, and we have to keep focus in mind. Things in our lives are lessons, not a life sentence. So even though a lot of us going through some issues right now, and especially since the pandemic, I have lost a lot of friends. I have lost a lot of family members. I grieved all year last year. Really, seriously, I have grieved all year last year because of the amount of death that persons I know personally, never happened before. But whatever happened in our lives is not a life sentence. It's just a lesson in life, and we need to use those lessons in life as stepping stones. Just remember, if the mountain is smooth, it will be impossible to climb. So the mountain need to be rough for us to climb those mountains. One question that I have, Ash, I try to look all over for the answer to this question, but I am into technology. I'm not a medical doctor. I'm into technology. And one of the things that we use in churches, especially now, since every church is going live and streaming and all of that. One of the things that we use, which I'm using right now, is vMix. It's a broadcaster, just like OBS. A lot of people know OBS, the free one. But vMix, they have a free portion of it too, but the paid version is like $350, and then you have a $750 version, whatever. But vMix, know that and it as you can see, it's kind of using with Zoom. This background that I have is made in vMix. So do you know, I should say, Ash, if Oconic is compatible with vMix or any other broadcaster?
So live stream, yes. And I want to take a moment to thank you for your kind words, and we are delighted to have you, indeed. But as a live stream, yes, is the technology compatible that we can turn it into, like, or add a feature to broadcast? Yes. Okay. just like you said about the mountain, we are having a very solid foundation, and we believe the base is important because that's why it will launch really far. So not like in details that we're equipped at this moment, especially that the whole product is incomplete. Just roughly some weeks away, hopefully we will be having that product review, and then we'll take it from there. But I would appreciate if we can revisit and see what can we do to complete it, and so you can minimize the need of any other tools.
Okay.
What's worth to say that we have so many at this point. That's why we're kind of like we're gaining great confidence and momentum now, because so many of our technologies that we created so far, when we sketch a new one now, we have a lot of items. They're called reusable technology. We created in a different application, but now we use it here. It's not exactly the same, but the foundation. So I assume we will be able to meet your expectation one way or another, like whether we add it to that or just like another product.
Okay.
Absolutely. And I'm sorry about the losses, and we lost the same. And are you in Ocala, California, Florida? Where did you mention? Where?
No, I'm in Haines City.
Which city?
Haines City. That's just down on the 27.
Okay.
US 27.
Oh yeah, on the way between Orlando to Tampa. Yeah, got it.
Down on the I-4.
Yeah, closer to Legolands, right? Are they?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah, that's where I am. Yeah. So I passed your office a couple of times.
Yeah.
Great. Thank you, Dr. Derek.
Thank you very much,
Sujit
Robin.
Singh, if you would unmute, please. We're on the final countdown for the last few questions. We are coming up to nearly 3 hours, and I know that Ash is getting tired, and we will be doing this again next Thursday. If Ash is able to join us, that will be super wonderful, and if not, we fully understand. But right now, we ask Sujit for your question, please.
Thank you. Hello, Mr. Asher. I have no questions for today, but I just ask that you, and thanks to you, my bottom heart, for just providing me and our in country and all our world such a good platform like OnPassive. And I never thought that I will able to see you, I will talk with you in my life, but yeah, thanks to this providing me chance to talk with you and all our good respected all our leaders. So I really help. Just I can't feel that I can't explain. Today is my day is very good and better. My good morning is all our good. Just I have no idea, and I have no words to explain that. Thank you, Mr. Asher. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
From bottom heart.
Thank you. And I also I support farmers too. Did you know that?
Yeah. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. And I also thanks to Mr. Jesse, Mr. Gurshiminder, and our all Indian leaders who just attending our Sunday to webinar and just giving all the questions negative or positive. And just I feel that I can't say that I have never heard, but yeah, thank you, Mr. Asher. Thank you.
Thank you, and have a good day in India. Good morning.
Thank you, Sujit. Joyce, if you'd like to unmute, please.
Good evening or good morning. Thank you, Robin, so much. And I just want to say, I don't have a question because it was answered a while ago about the multiple positions and being able to put them under one one category. So that was answered. But I just want to say thank you, Mr. Ash Mufareh. You are a godsend. You're a blessing from God. And I am just blessed to be a part of this awesome opportunity. It came into my life at a time when I was just having just a lot of things going on. I was at a dark place and with businesses online, and my sponsor, Fred Lenswanger, he passed away. But he brought this into my life, and I'm just so grateful for him. I wish that he were here to experience the end results of this, but I know that he's looking down in heaven. So I'm just thanking God for you and for this opportunity just to be a part of such a great once in a lifetime thing. And like I said, my question was answered. And I just thank all of the awesome leadership and so many friends and people that I've met along the way. And I mean, I cherish this. I love OnPassive. I'm excited and haven't been this excited about something in a long time. And I'm looking forward to meeting everyone. And one thing, Ash, I really want to say is that I've done a lot of things, and I was really at a place when I came in, and I wasn't going to share this with anyone because I had done so many things. And I said, I'm not going to talk to anyone, but Fred encouraged me. And, down the road in September of 2020, and 70 people later, I've talked to so many people, but I'm just so excited because I was able to do something to bring other people along with me where everyone could win and they would have a chance and an opportunity to succeed. So I just want to say thank you to you, Mr. Mufareh, and thank you to all the leadership, to all the friends, the people. I've met so many people, Marty, and just everyone, Cedric, Chris, and people have just invited me in and took me in. It's a place where I don't have to do anything, but it's done for us. I mean, I don't have to do anything, in that matter of promoting, and I'm not forced to do anything. And what I do is enough, and feeling that I am just accepted. And I just love you all. I love OnPassive. And okay, I'm going to stop because I'll just keep talking and talking, but I'm just really excited. I love you guys. And this is such an opportunity that we'll never have once again. So I just truly thank God for you. And I thank you from the bottom of my heart. And I'm going to stop because I'm going to get very emotional, and I'm not going to do that. So love you guys, and thank you guys so much.
Thank you so much. That was beautiful. And by the way, where do you live, Joyce?
I live in Michigan, right down the road from Chris.
Oh, nice.
I'm in a place called Jackson. It's called Prison City, but we don't go there because I take the negative out, and we put all the positive there, but in Michigan, right down the road from Chris. So yes.
Do you have a day job or something? Do you work?
Yes. I'm a counselor, and I do therapy, and I do that part-time. So my thing is about helping people, and it's just in my heart. And I was talking to Chris last night, yes, about the homeless and just so many things, and just connecting with that. And, just if I could just change one life and just help people, to empower someone to get a better sense of self and to love themselves, and just to be encouraged to know that they are worth it. They can do whatever. Okay, I'm going to stop. Whatever God has called them to do. So yes.
Oh, it's beautiful. We would love definitely to work with you on the project, and that is like to do what we can do. And I believe we can, I don't know, back to arrogancy, but I think we can do something about it, and we might even eradicate the whole issue. And I would love to work with you or connect with you through our leaders, Peter and Chris.
Yes.
But did you have to work late today or something? You just walked in? Or?
No, I didn't. I've set my hours. I can set my hours, as far as so I don't work after 5, but I'm always on the webinars and, getting on, making sure I can get connected, and try to follow as many as I can when I don't have clients and paperwork in between.
I'm just trying to find out, how do you look that good and all put together at midnight? Nails and hair and dressed up and all of that. Like I didn't want to think too good of myself, and the event here that you dressed up for us.
We have been quarantined for so long, so I thought I'd dress up so I could come and see all of you guys. No, I'm just kidding.
That's incredible. I had a feeling of like, wow, she can't work at this time, and that's incredible. I appreciate that. Yeah. Wow.
Well, thank you. I think I'll do this often, right?
We have to up our game and level up with you too. Yeah.
Oh, my. You are so kind.
No, you're unbelievable. Like, I appreciate that. Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
There's a Moroccan leader. Like, he put a suit like a tie, and it's like every event. Like, it's no joke on Zoom. I could imagine in person. So
I will
yeah,
have to do this all the time. No.
I appreciate that. Yeah. Well,
Thank you.
don't worry. I mean,
Well, thank you so much. You guys
so
have an awesome
it
evening.
make us feel important. Stop it, Jeffrey. You're just a tease.
Oh, my.
Joyce, thank you.
Thank you,
Mr.
Robin.
Eric Kessler, if you would
Yes.
please unmute.
And Dr. Derek, also, if you can connect with me through any of the Leadership Council, I would like to have a conversation with you, please. Anyone you choose,
Okay,
anyone. Yeah, they'll
will do.
connect.
All
Yeah.
right, will do.
Yeah, absolutely. Claudia has my number.
Okay, I didn't want to interrupt any.
I come up as Sarasota on the phone.
Oh.
My hair salon is called Salon Sarasota after Sarasota, Florida.
Oh, but it's not Sarasota area code, right?
No.
Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry, Robin. I just get a bit socially after the hour.
Yes, it's after the witching hour.
Mhm.
Eric Kessler, please, if you would.
Sure. I'm just going to echo what everybody else said. I've been in it for a while, and this might be my first and only chance to get to tell you, Mr. Mufareh, how much I appreciate you and how blessed I am and how honored I am to be part of this great company that you're putting together. And I certainly appreciate it. And I just want to take a minute and tell you that. So thank you so much.
Thank you. Good to have you. Appreciate that, and welcome anytime.
Kevin, would you come forward and unmute? I think you have a few questions from the chat area.
I do, Robin. Thank you. Thank you, Ash, for being with us here tonight, sir. Honor and a privilege. I have one question, and when ONET is up and running and available for us to use, I'd like to forget about my Gmail and use ONET. But Gmail is registered as my email in OnPassive. Can we change our registered email in OnPassive then?
So what's the connection, Kevin, between, I'm trying to understand, like, you're talking
Yes,
about?
sir. I believe he's talking about O domain, and he misquoted ONET. But I believe he has a similar question or a similar situation that I have. I have multiple accounts, and they're all Gmail accounts. I registered through OnPassive with Gmail. I think he wants to know when O domain is available, when we can, or when we go to onpassive.com and we get our domain, will we be, I'm sorry, when we go to O domain, can we get rid of those Gmails and get an O domain? Does that make any sense?
Yes. So for example, I will be using only OMail in the future, and perhaps it will be branded, okay? And then just for fun, I might have a generic one like OMail dot something, okay? Like the one is coming is going to be, maybe I should just give it out, okay? So Robin, the temporary, if you wish, OMail, that just because of your event is going to be omail.ai, artificial intelligence, okay? So omail.ai, and all the founders would have the option to choose one email address along with that email provider, that is omail.ai, temporarily. Myself, okay, so they're going to be more like omail dot something, uh, any other domain name. So, but the technology will be there. So it doesn't matter what's that domain, the domain name of it. Okay, it can be omail or o dash or hyphen mail if you wish, or something, whatever the name. It doesn't even have to have the name omail. Okay, we can call it dear.com. Okay, and what I will do also, I will grab with a domain name that is through OnPassive. I'll have the branded one for professional business and all of that. As a generic one, I would use something with like not my domain name, by OnPassive. Okay, so I will replace everything I have for professional use, and for just personal use, something within OMail area. So if you or the individual, the founder is thinking to become an active customer, obviously they would have the ability to have a personalized private domain name, and that's where the OMail will be. So they would have unlimited count of email inboxes, right? So it was going to call it kevin.net. And you can call contact at kevin.net, admin at, family at kevin.net, business at, unlimited. Create 75,000 a day as fast as you can type. So yeah, so it will be obviously not a replacement. It will be like, why would I even waste time on those like generic one? Because if I'm using OMail, I'm potentially getting so much more value and add to the potential of earning. Why would I even like look at anything else?
Thank you, sir. That's all I had.
Absolutely. No problem, Kevin.
Oops, thank you, Kevin. Pam, I think you had something you wanted to say as well, please.
I do. I know that we still have another hand up, so I was going to really kind of try to go a little bit further last, but before you. But I just wanted to thank you, especially Robin, Marty for setting this all up, Kevin for your help, all of our leadership council for being here, and especially Ash, of course. Thank you so much to all of you. And Mike, you go ahead. Just wanted to thank everyone for being here tonight. Thanks, because it was last minute.
Thank you, Pam. Are we going to take the gentleman that has his hand?
Yes, the engineer Mike, please, if you'd unmute.
Oh, hello,
Hello,
everyone.
sir.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Nice to meet you today, Ash. I've been wanting to meet you all this while. So, my name is Michael Ojong-Tambia. I'm from Calgary, Alberta. I joined OnPassive on November 17, 2020, from a classmate of mine. She's in Iowa, and I took that seriously. Went to the back office, studied it so well. I belong to a small group. We call ourselves the O Winners. If you look my name, OW stands for O Winners. So we are getting a monumental, historic construction that we're going to get like a 21st century highway in Africa. That's a project we are brainstorming on. And we're going to call it Ash Mufareh Trans-African Highway. That highway going to leave from South Africa right up to the north to Morocco, to the east to Mogadishu, and to Burkina Faso, Ouagadougou. So north, south, east, west, all the quadrants. So that is what we're brainstorming on in All Winners. And we're gonna, with the help of All Bless, we're gonna make that happen. And all of us created accounts about two accounts just for that project. We want to have it because you have been a blessing to us. We want to bless Africa as well. So we will call it the Mufareh Trans-African Highway, living from South Africa, Johannesburg, right up to the north. Then it goes to the east to Mogadishu, then to Ouagadougou in Burkina Faso. And that is the project. Okay, you see engineer there. I'm a civil engineer, petroleum engineer, and IT engineer. I'm a Linux system administrator.
I figured. So you are studying civil engineer now, okay?
No,
Or
I have it already. I've done civil engineer before.
So who was your classmate? You mean former classmate?
Yes.
Okay, the one in Iowa.
Yes, it's my classmate in high school in Cameroon.
High school.
Right.
Oh, a long time ago. Yeah, wow.
Yeah, long time ago. But we reconnected because we're in our classmate forum.
So it doesn't have to be my name, but I am like not gonna sleep from that really excitement about what a project. What kind of highway? Like 4-lane.
You know, in Africa before we have our leaders like Kwame Nkrumah. He brought that up.
Okay.
And another person who brought it up too was Mohammed Gaddafi, but that was not done because at that time there was some kind of controversies. So we need to get like 6 lanes. We want to make it 6-6.
6 lanes, 2 ways?
2 ways, yes.
So 3-3.
3-3, yes.
And that is, does it have any bridges or anything, or it's just flat?
We will have bridges. This is how the project gonna be, right? When we get to whatever country we want to link to the next one, so we get their own government to do their feasibility studies about whatever thing, like the survey department, to give us the survey department, so that the survey department can know, for instance, if we're living from Nigeria to Cameroon, the Nigerian people will be the people to give us whatever strategy, whatever headline that they can have to put everything in place. The feasibility studies will be done by their own survey department. Let's know how the roads will fit, and let's know how the elevations and all that, the bridges to cross to Cameroon. Then when we go to Cameroon, the same thing. And the way we want to do it, because OnPassive is the, we have a word, it's the correction to corruption. So how do we gonna do it? For instance, if we're going to Nigeria to do that, we are walking through the Nigerian government, we're walking through the American embassy in Nigeria, and the Canadian embassy as well, because all of us are made up of Canadians and Americans. So we will go there, talk to the embassy people, and the embassy people will be the people to do all the logistics. So we are just there to sponsor. So that is something we're thinking about. Since I work in road construction in Equatorial Guinea for a long time, for like 4 to 6 years before coming to Canada. So I always know how that can go. So we'll talk to them through our embassies, because we are not going there now as Cameroonians. We're going there as Canadians and Americans. And since OnPassive is a correction to corruption, nobody gonna touch the money. Just our embassies we're gonna work with them that way.
I'm hopeful that you are prepared for the 17 questions I have for you. So number 1 is there is agreement like in the entire continent or the countries affected to allow it. Forget about the funding. Okay, yeah.
Yes, that is what we're going to do, because if we want to go through the people on the ground, what they only have to do for us is the feasibility studies. When they do the feasibility studies, we are going through our embassies. We are not going there to just start talking to them. No, we're talking to the embassies.
But it's the country, they still have to give us permission.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So that is the level we are. I mean, once ever things are good, we go down there to
projected budget for that.
Okay, we were going to do all that and get a specific budget, because we have people on the ground that we can try to do some kind of estimates.
But how much is any calculation, any for the cost?
There were one that we had to try because we're still on the brainstorming phase of it. We were going to something gonna cost just slightly lower than $1 billion for all the whole
So let me
construction, the
ask
whole
you,
project.
how long is it?
Yes, Raj.
How long? How long is the?
How many years?
No, yeah, but the duration and how many kilometer or mile? Yeah.
Yeah. So how will we get the total kilometers? Will be when we have one country goes to the next country, the next goes to the next. That was
Any
when
calculation estimate so far?
No, not so far.
So how much do you have any idea what would a kilometer would cost, for example?
We were thinking that if we want to do like a kilometer, it was going to cost in the neighborhood of between $5,000 to $10,000. That was
Now we
our
can calculate it.
our rough estimate.
5K to 10K.
Yes.
Okay. US dollar. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
Per
kilometer.
KM. Okay.
Yeah, per KM.
Okay, perfect. Now, we just have to know the length of it. Okay. Now,
Yes.
the other question is, do you have any idea how long it takes to build, like, let's say 1 kilometer?
If things are good and the season is a good one, the dry season, because we work in seasons in Africa, we have rainy and dry seasons. So most of the work is being done during the dry season, but they leave it through the rainy season because the compaction, you understand, to compact. So the compaction factors and all those, we will say to get like a kilometers during that period, which is the dry season, we can get it up to about, at most, we can use like we were looking at an average of between 4 to 5 days for completion.
So are we talking about reconstructions or new construction?
Okay, that is another thing. We don't want to go do reconstruct because we just want to create something from the ground. We want to create it like OnPassive, fresh.
So
organic.
there's something there now, but it's not that good.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not that good. Yes.
So what do you think the impact would be? Why would anybody would do
development
that? Economically?
Development.
Okay.
Development. We need development in our places. There is a saying in French that quand la route passe, le développement suit. What does that mean? It means where there is development, where there is road, there is development. Development follows.
Yeah.
So all those hinterland, most of the people are, farmers. They have products. They can bring them to where they can sell them easily. If we have this road infrastructure, it's going to change a lot. So our choice of getting it, we are coining it the name after you is because of the blessing you are bringing to the world. We want to make it memorable so that we stand at that.
No, this is an easy, bless project, like a super easy pitch. You don't even have to sweat. Like, wow.
Yes,
I am so happy I decided to join today. I met a lot of great leaders here, and I couldn't miss any of it. Okay, and that was really, really insightful. I thank all of you. I think we're going to be in contact with some of you. Please, if you feel that there's a need for us to connect, directly, you can do that through the Leadership Council. I am committed. Anything that adds good or goodness to humanity, any corner of the planet, I'll go for it.
Oh yes.
I didn't even have to think.
Thank you very much, Ash. I think I understand and I'm very happy about this. Then I had two questions for you. The first one was that on Saturday, I've been going to all your webinars. I even go to webinars with Arabic people and just sit there, just feel OnPassive, right? So on Saturday I was there, and before that, no, on Thursday, on last Thursday, you said on the launch, can we, like, the number of people was you said there was room for 20,000, because most people in North America will want to come. So is there any reason for that, or can we extend it if you don't mind?
Yeah, so hint, you're talking about the OnPassive launch? Okay. We will be
Yes, sir.
using our technology. We're not going to be using Zoom. So there's not going to be a limit. We can host as many. And they're going to be live stream.
Okay.
In some.
Perfect. So then the next one I was asking them, we will be having our own Active Directory. Will it be in our ecosystem at this our launch time? Will we have that?
Which one?
Because
I'm sorry.
I know our Active Directory.
Oh, Active Directory. Yeah. So Omart has similar to thing to that, but yeah. Yeah, so for our building and staff, yeah, we're still building that. We already have the firewall, all the other stuff, and the virtual. But to have the active, it's massive. Somebody stole one of our laptops 2 weeks ago. Yeah.
Oh wow, that's bad. Oh well, I know.
Speaking of
we can always-
scams, they are everywhere. So there's a.
Oh yeah.
One of
but they cannot distract us anyway, so we are focused.
Yeah, it happens. You cannot, change people structures. Some people, again, like I say, they have a scrambled brain. Yeah, so somebody, what he did is one of our staff in Hyderabad, he borrowed money from other employees and colleagues to him, and the pitch was for his sick son and all of that, playing a bogus story, and he collected some nice money, and he maxed out one of the employees' credit card, and so people help. They have a nice heart, and he took advantage, and he was a manager, so he took advantage of his position. Like, everybody want to help the manager. One of the managers, not one, yeah, and so after he took the last salary was May salary, so the day he disappeared completely. So because he was employed of last year, we were not taking like a background check or some vetting on their data. So he provided his contact, his address, and his emergency contact. They were all bogus. So the police or the cybersecurity went to where he was supposed to live, nobody there, 2 bad phone numbers he provided, and nobody can get a hold of him. But they were able to track him. Obviously, when the police get involved, they have more tools and things. Apparently, he has a gambling issue, so. And one of the things that we will force him to put the laptop back. So it's just like another reason we have to get that Active Directory. So as soon as possible, yeah.
Possible. Oh wow, that's awesome. I like that. Thank you very much for all the questions answered to me, and I want to thank
Really
you
good.
for.
We need to connect. This is such a project. Okay, I don't like talk without action. So I like the project. I will. I think it's going to be impactful. So let's take a look at it and approach and get all the data, all the information, and get more, good people with us. Everything is possible. Okay, let's go for it.
True.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. As I just want to thank you again for this opportunity.
OW, yes, indeed.
Thank you.
OnPassive winners.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Thanks,
Thank you.
Colin, for giving me the opportunity. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Mike. Ash, do you have time for one more? There's one more hand
Yeah,
up.
what if it's another OW? Of course, I wouldn't miss that. Like forget anything. Yeah. So what if I get to meet a new person? Just hello, yeah.
Sometimes this one
Joyce
just
and
gets,
Dr. Derek, like we met, some people that I'm glad we made it. So
this has been such an amazing evening, and it is all because of the founders who have joined us from around the world. We have got about 40 countries represented on the call this evening. And in addition to that, we have you, our CEO, who came in and joined us. This was supposed to be rapid fire for a panel. And Ash, you came in and blew all of us out of the water with your generosity of time and your big heart. This is what OnPassive is all about. People ask questions about, how do I do this? Why do I do this? Who can I do better? How can I get a better position and step on something else to improve? We are not an MLM. We have to lose that mentality. And Ash, you say this all the time. You know what that industry is like, and anybody who has worked in it and who has lost in it knows that as well. We are a strong, confident company with founder membership more than 725,000 of the most incredible people who have followed and joined through the passion that they have heard in your voice, magnified by the products and what you have described in how you would like to help so many people. But we are here tonight. We are not in competition. We are not in separate areas. We are one united OnPassive. And this is how we need to go forward. And this is where we need to completely erase any of these other conflicts, any of these other petty ups and downs and disagreements that go on, because it will be the founders, it will be the people who will not further OnPassive. It will not be through your efforts, and it will not be through lack of anything that is being produced by you and your tech teams. It will be the mentality and the poor mentality and the childishness of people who start complaining and moaning and groaning and, quite frankly, bitching at each other and in other situations. And that is not OnPassive. Many of you know I had the joy and privilege of working on cruise ships. I went to over 200 countries. I saw the heart of so many of these people around the world. And many of them have joined here in OnPassive for that very same reason, of being able to improve the world, starting with themselves, thanks to you, Ash, and how you have created this platform and this company for us to be able to do that. And you have always said from the very beginning, fill your own pockets first and help your family, and then move out into community and into the world. This is where we should be all standing together, holding hands, not a kumbaya situation, but in truth, integrity, and a force that will never, ever be stopped in love and in integrity and from the head, but with the heart leading. Thank you, Ash, so much for what you have created. Thanks to you, thanks to your products, thanks to my belief and learning of what you have created, I have found my inner power again. And I have also learned that in joining when I did in January of 2019, it could have been so easy to go quiet and suddenly come out at the end as we launch. But this journey of coming through OnPassive with you, alongside you, with everything you have taught us and told us, along with my own inner searching and looking to better myself and clear myself and elevating my own energies and vibrations from the accident and from what happened before in my life, this journey is truly elevating all of us when we stop and look at it. And many people don't even realize how much they have changed, how much their true inner selves have come through, and the betterment that we're going to be able to create together around the world. Thank you, Ash. From the bottom of my heart, and I know with the people on here tonight as well, I can say that from them. And you are always welcome to join us anytime you feel like it when you're bored or having nothing else to do, and your family can release you to be with us. But your family also comes first after your own good health and looking after you, as much as we appreciate what you do for the business and for the company for us. Thank you, Ash.
Thank you so much. That's amazing. I wouldn't miss this for anything. Yeah, incredible. Thank you, Robin.
And I would also like to say thank you to all the founders who have joined us this evening. You came to us trusting that we would be able to help you. We all got a huge surprise and wonderful, wonderful gift with Ash coming and joining us. Hopefully you will join us next week. We will continue to do this for the next few weeks or until we get further updates from Ash himself as to where we go next. But this has been such an amazing evening, and I thank all of you for participating and coming on with us. Thank you, everybody. Good night. Stay safe. And from our highest good to the highest good of all. Thank you.
Thank you, Robin. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
That was perfect.
Good night,
Thank you,
Ash.
everybody.
Thank you.
Good night.
Thank you.
Good
night.
Ash. Love you all.
Love y'all.
Good night.
Everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ash.
Good night, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank
Love
you.
y'all.
Thanks, Ash. Good night, everybody.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, everyone. Good night, Ash. Thanks, Robin. Thanks, Ash.
Good night.
Good night, Ash. Good night.
Bye, Cynthia.
Good night,
Ash.
Good boy.
Good night, Diane. Chris.
Good night, my Cynthia.
Good
night,
Diane. Boom, boom, boom.
Good night,
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, Cedric.
Night,
See you in the
everybody.
house.
Good night.
Are you the boom team?
Everybody say good night. They're not leaving.
Boom.
Boom.
Cynthia, Kevin, and I
Can
are
I
the
say boom, Marty?
No, don't say boom, Robin. Everybody can say boom, but Robin. She has to say beep.
Boom, boom, boom. Let's go back to my room.
Good night, everybody.
Oh.